Says we're on.
Sorry, here we go.
It says we're on the Bench Podcast Live. We got Wood and Tony coming in. Let's get this thing cracking, man. On the Bench Podcast.
Let's go.
Being that I'm here right now, I'ma get it right now, get committed right now. I'ma do some shit that's gonna uplift a bunch of people's spirit right now. Help them get it right now. I'ma get them riches right now. Work plan, manifest, these speak that shit into existence right now. Can't slow down, got the vision wrote down, cause I seen it, man, I'm on right now. Focus in the motherfuckers, so I'm in the zone right now. Ain't no later, dog, it's only right now.
And it's only right now.
It creates.
Right now.
No past, no future right now. All I got is right now. No past, no future right now. All I got is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. Fuck what they did to me, gon' do, cause all I get is right now. So I focus on that when I can focus on now. Pull up at a beach on the outskirts of town. Enjoy the view and give thanks to the truth. Then I go hit the yo to shut that bitch down.
And I'm high right now. So alive right now. Clear skies right now. Living my life by my own rules. I feel what I choose.
Do it now. Gonna take some words, okay? And I'm right back at it. Divine alignment, fully automatic. I don't think about it. I just watch it happen. I just move toward it and I get supported. When I try to force it, it just get distorted. So I dance with it. Crystals all in my pants with it. Healing all in my hands with it. I'm an alchemist. I'm a master. I'm a rabbi. I'm a sensei. I'm a bad guy. I'm an alien. I'm an animal. I'm a cannibal. I'm so handsome, no. Yo.
And I'm high right now. Can barely open my eyes right now.
And that money we making it. Climbing these ladders and laying foundations, that's masonry. This shit is different, cause my dreams are literally chasing me. Grateful for where life is taking me. I'm living life that's to say the least. Only true beauty can tame the beast. Only true love can tame that beast.
Are you here with me right now? Right now. Vibe with me. Vibe with me right now. Right now, yeah.
Yes. You are back on the Bench Podcast with Bubba and Pink. Pink, what's going on, my man?
Not much, man. Have a good day.
That's it, man. We need as many good days as possible out here.
Gotta stack them up.
We also got a good show for you guys. Last week, somebody asked what song that was. That is Jaesun featuring Muse Right Now. And right now, today, man, on the bench, we got a good show for you guys, man. We got Wood in the building, and we have Tony supposed to be on his way as well. We're going to be talking some sports, Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be talking some NBA. All right. We're going to be talking about some LeBron James getting his extension, all of that good stuff. And just a big sports show, man. Yeah, I just fixed the echo. We in here. I forgot to hit the button. I hit the button now, so we good.
Echo free.
Yeah, we echo free now, man. But
I hear you got something on your mind.
Yes, but before that, let's not let the people forget, man, about Overkink.com. Our first official sponsor. Now, Overkink.com is a place you can go to for all of your sexual bedroom needs. Alrighty, I don't care what you into. Overkink.com has it, and if you use promo code bubbapink, you get it for a big discount. Now, I don't know, all these August babies. They got here some kind of way, and it's 1 billion of y'all. So if you want to keep the trend going, you want to go to Overkink.com and get some kink.
August baby means it's that your holiday fucking.
That's what that means. I tried to play it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8th month of the year means you were banging in December.
Oh man.
Little holiday spirit going on.
Hey, I don't have a Christmas gift for you
Mine
this
was
year,
around
baby.
Thanksgiving.
But I'll tell you what I got for you.
Mine was always-
A little lumber. And we ain't talking about Home Depot. Woes.
Yes, but something is on my mind today, man. I came across a post here, and I'm looking for it. Here we go. I came across a post today, and it says here, I know you guys can read, stop going out on dates if you're not ready to have sex. That's this guy, he got pissed off, and he put that out there talking to women.
Oh, man.
And
This is like an extension off of the discussion we had a couple months ago where don't accept the invite over to the guy's house unless you're ready to have sex.
yeah, this is another side of that conversation.
It's not even, this is just a progression.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
even go on a date unless
Yeah.
you're ready to perform.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Like, what the heck?
And the funny thing is, I post this like, hey, the show's at 8:30, and I have this on there. I have literally about 6 women in my man. Oh, you're the worst, or I just know I'm going to be on the opposite side of you when you're talking.
When have you been anywhere other than the
Listen, man, on the Bitch Podcast, we're on all podcast streaming platforms. Like, share, subscribe here on YouTube. Appreciate that. Now, listen, man. I first of all, honest to God, I just thought this was like common sense. I didn't know this
Common
was.
sense.
I didn't know this was such a huge like thing, right? So this is my thing about it. This is my whole thing about it. We need to. I wish we could fucking just. I wish we can pull everything down and people just talk the way they want to talk. Remember we had a discussion about this.
Yes.
I just wish if you're in the dating pool, we can just say and state what we want and not be ridiculed or be a fucking maniac for wanting that. All right? Because it's all a game that we're playing. I am taking you out on this date only because I want to have sex and then see where it can progress and be a relationship or a marriage way down the line. Okay?
Way down the
That's the only... Because, listen, I'm going to be honest, man. In my entire life, I've dated a lot of women. I've been in a couple of relationships. I've encountered a lot of women. I have a lot of women in my family.
How does one encounter a woman?
And classrooms and
Oh, okay.
day-to-day elevators. A lot of women. I have women friends. And like I said, I have a lot of women in my family. I've dated quite a few. I've only had 2 women in my entire lifetime that I've had decent, consistent conversations with.
Really?
That's it. And one is my mama. So that is it, man. I'm not taking you out for your good conversation, because 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna have good conversation. So and I can prove it to you, because on all these dating sites, on all these social media, the women always say, "Oh, if you don't have nothing to talk about, if you're not interested to talk, don't inbox me," and this and that. Well, motherfucker, what do you have to talk about? You always playing off of my conversation. I gotta start something, and you want to come in like a color analyst every day and want to comment on my good conversation. You know, Pete calls me with good conversation to talk about. I call him, and the same thing with other homeboys and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You never initiate good conversation. All right? Anybody can...
Wouldn't recognize it if it slapped you in the face.
Anybody can fucking react to something that somebody says. They're initiating the conversation. They're initiating the topics. You know what I'm saying? So that's not why I'm taking you out. I'm taking you out probably because you got a big ass, or you're twerking on the sites, or you look like you could do something, or you look pretty, and this and that. And that's why I'm taking you out. I'm not taking you out for any other reason. All right? So, if you know you're not gonna have sex with a man, why are you accepting this date? Why? Because you just want some free food?
I think that's it.
Get in the WIC line. They still got WIC and food stamps and all this, man. You don't need to like hustle somebody just to get a free meal, because now you tripping. Now you are. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Wood?
I just come up.
Go ahead. Come on,
That's
man.
funny.
This is
I
a
got
free-flowing podcast,
I got
man.
like 4 minutes till I gotta come up anyway.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, I mean, I've always felt and I've had this discussion with different people, like a date, what makes something a date is the possibility and likelihood of sex.
Right.
If there's none of that, if you're going to somebody as just a complete friend or like a coworker, it's not a date. You're just going to get some food. But if you're going on a date, it means that sex is in play.
Right.
100%. So I agree with you.
And if it's not in play,
It's not really a date. You're being snowballed.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't accept that anymore.
But we have to, because it's a game. You can't say, I'm taking you out, and afterwards I need, you know what I'm saying? Or it's not about, honestly, it's not about smashing after the first date or anything like that. Of course, that's always welcome. But what we're saying is, after a progression of dates, if you know you're not gonna have sex with this man, don't take the date. Don't take this as, okay, this man's going to take me out one time and then I'm the worst in the world if I don't have sex with him. That's not what I'm saying. After a progression of dates, whether it's the first date or a couple.
I must admit, I thought that's exactly what you were saying.
No, man.
1 second.
Yeah, take your time. I'm not saying the first date you must have sex, shout out to Webby first night. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you know after a progression of dates, shout out to Lou Wayne and the other women we've had on who needs 5, 6, 7 dates before they take a man seriously. Like, if you know you're going to string a man on, don't accept these dates. Don't go on these dates if you know, okay, you're not having sex for whatever, 6 months or until a guy marries you and all this foolishness. Probably while your ex is banging your fucking neck in the damn bedroom fucking...
But at the same time,
I've been that ex a couple times.
At the same time, when are men gonna take accountability for not making women want to have sex on these dates? Most niggas don't even make a girl feel like she should go home and get on some pussy.
That's true too.
I mean, I can talk freely, right?
This not a baby show. Yeah,
all right,
not a
yeah.
children's
So,
show.
it's not a children's show.
so
But you gotta move over this
sorry
way
about that.
because you ain't even in the frame. See yourself?
oh, I see myself now.
Yeah,
There you
you're
go.
in the
There
frame.
you
Now
go.
you're, now you're officially part of the show.
Okay.
Shout out to Wood, Altamont Wood in the
Man,
building.
Shout out to On the Bench podcast, man, where they talk real sports,
Yes.
real talk. We finna get real heavy on some subjects in here. But to touch on this one,
Yes.
I agree with you, but I don't agree with you. So
Okay.
let me tell you why. I agree. If you have the mindset that, this is how I feel about that. If you have the mindset that you know you can't see yourself having sex with somebody, don't even take their phone number.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. That's fair. And that's kind of, I think this is ultimately, whether we were saying don't accept the invite to the house or don't accept the date.
Don't come
if
up
you
like a subject.
genuinely don't have any interest in having intimacy with that other person,
Don't even get
just
their
take
phone
a
number.
pass, man. Just take a pass.
I'm cool on you.
Yeah,
That's it.
seriously, it's easy.
And y'all good with rejection anyway. Y'all reject guys every day.
all
So
the
what
time.
is I don't understand what is and if he says something or does something in the midst of it that turns you off eventually, then just let him know right then and there.
Why would you say that? Like, say something to him. Like, why would you even say that?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I say a lot of things, man.
I talk crazy. So I get told all the time, like, what? Stop! Don't say that. What you saying that for? Why would you even say that?
Right.
And it is always a very, even if you're going on a date, it's always a very real possibility that it just goes bad.
Right.
Like once you're
Yeah.
actually talking face to face, it can just go to crap.
Horrible.
Fact.
And obviously at that point you're released of your duty to have sex.
No, hold on, we talking about the first date, or y'all know each other and going on a date?
Both.
I don't think,
Mostly
I don't think a female should be pressured to fuck you on the first date.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's not the thing, but that that can
But
be
if
the
she,
thing.
but
That's
if she
welcome.
want to, she shouldn't feel like she, ashamed of that.
That's what
know?
I'm saying. That's
You
it.
feel
Take
me?
away
That's
the
what I'm saying.
stigma of first
She
date.
shouldn't
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
ashamed
take that
of you're not a whore.
No.
No. You're not a whore for that.
I just think it.
call it a feeling.
I think it has to be in play. I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And typically, like unless you're somebody who like literally walks up to somebody at Publix and says, "Hey, I want to take you out on Friday night," there's been some dialogue before you go out. There's been some build up. You have some positive vibe. Otherwise, you wouldn't bother, going on the date.
Yeah.
I mean, the date definitely represents a next step towards some level of intimacy.
I'd have been in situations where I thought I was not about to get none. And end up getting some.
There you
So
go.
you can't say that.
Keep
Like
the faith, man.
sometimes you just got to roll with the date.
Yeah.
Okay, she acting like that right now. All right. You know, don't get in your feelings. Oh, she don't want to. I'm gonna take her home. No.
Yeah.
Keep chilling.
Because
Let her get to know you.
But who is your audience on this comment?
who was the audience?
That's a good question.
Single women.
Well, no. I'm saying, like, is it somebody like Ludwig who he had on the show and has like almost this like protocol of all these dates before that even becomes a possibility? Mm-hmm. Or is it some other scenario? Because I don't agree with her at all. But I think that's the ridiculous thing of, like, you know, you're setting up all these protocols just to do something that you actually want to do already.
Yeah.
I think that's nonsense.
The mine is all single women because something is going to hit. First of all, when we say don't accept dates, that's why we're in 2022. You can FaceTime a person every day to get to know them better. You can call, you can text. There's so many other different things because when you go out on a date, yes, and then you're going to expect the guy to spend some sort level of money on if it's not the first date, then the second, third, or fourth date. And if the guy is not getting anything, that's what we're in it for. Like I said, I can just speak for myself, but you know what I mean. Like
I think you speak for all of
He's
us.
speaking for me. He's speaking for me.
It's like it's not the. It sounds crazy, man, but it's not the conversation. A date is a conversation and food, a conversation and fun. Yeah. It's kind of, you can bog them down to one of those two: conversation and food, or conversation and fun. And it's like I can have fun without spending any money and by myself, and I can have conversation, probably most likely, and 99.9 better conversation.
Let me get this straight. The only time that you pick your phone up and hit a bitch up and tell her you want to go on a date is when you want some pussy.
No.
Cause that's what you sound like right now.
I know that's what it sounded like, but it's because you speaking on the and you kind of touching on the accountability part too. But what I'm saying is after a while, right? If it's a new girl that I haven't done anything with, after a while, like it's not about after the first date. It's like if you know that you're not going to have sex with Bubba, why are you going to go on a date with Bubba?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. No. It doesn't matter. Take the win out.
She might want to take the no Bubba. She might be like, okay, I don't want to sit on his face right now. He might be cool. Let me check him out. You know what I mean?
No,
we do chicks like that. Like, I don't know if I can really fuck with her like that, but let me check her out and see how she vibe. You know what I mean?
No, I think you're right. That like when you get face to face in a date, that's when you're kind of checking each other out. That, okay, are we going to go do something else, or is there something here that's just pushing me away?
Yeah,
you know.
Well, that's what. Okay, so that's what the first date is for.
That's what my point.
But,
so
when we get the second, third, fourth,
I think that also depends on what energy you pull up on the date with.
Yeah.
See, if you pull up exactly, so if that energy don't come across the table,
I'm not talking. I'm like I said, dates can go bad.
Yes,
you said that. And that's fine.
And I agree with
that can happen. And obviously you're gonna run from that and move on.
Yes.
But I'm saying, like, the whole point of the date is we're now getting face to face in each other's space to see, hey, do we want to do this?
Yeah.
You know, and maybe you don't have to, like you said, you don't have to do it the very first night.
Right.
But that sets the tone.
Yeah.
And again, if it goes bad, it's like, I'm not going to go on another date with that person. There's no point in that.
Men and women, we're going on dates. We're going on. Nah, he's not recording this stuff. He's just looking at it. Yeah. We're going on dates for different reasons. Like, and I'm not talking about every single person. I'm talking about like majority of men and women. Yeah. Because women, they're sitting there and they're thinking, okay, damn, this man could maybe be the father of my children, or we can get married, or he can be the one, or he ain't not the one. And I'm not thinking like that. I'm not thinking, damn, I want to marry this guy. I think
how they think.
That's how they think, man.
I got sisters. The whole time you thinking that, you say the fool guy.
You saying they checking out the food guy?
No, I said whole time you thinking she really into you like that. You saved in her phone on the food guy.
Food guy.
Well, that's
still part of the problem.
No, that is.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there are a percentage that are there for the meal. There's a percentage that are in this weird, like, you know, guy needs to do X, Y, Z and whatever until I feel safe having sex with him or whatever.
There's some that just want to get out the house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been a bad week. Somebody get me chicken. And a to-go plate for my man.
Like,
Man, if
You think
that was
they gonna
fun,
pass
man.
up a free? You think they gonna pass up a free plate?
I would hope so, man. I would hope so.
They don't though. They
Huh?
don't. They
Yeah.
don't. I'm sure there's a lot of mentality that there's dudes that they're just talking to and they just know it's a meal when they need one.
But them dudes want to have sex, man.
They do. There's no doubt.
Right.
And then, yeah, they want to have, and then you hit what the women will say. Oh, we wanna have sex just as much as the men do.
Then prove it.
Cause we out here.
Prove it.
We out here. If y'all want it as bad as we do, prove it. Cause we out here.
Jimmy Green says, "I'm a maniac, man."
Yeah.
Where that trainer
Oh,
started.
wait. She retracted a message as well.
What she said?
It's retracted. I don't see it.
Oh, it says it looks like I've had a rough week. Maybe she went in a little more.
Man.
But see, and this is I don't talk like this. I can only talk like this here and with the fellas. I don't talk like this in any other
On the
space
actual date?
because it's not appreciated, man.
Oh, man.
It's not appreciated. You guys want to know men more, and then when you get to know men more, and Kevin Samuels he scares you off, and all these other guys scares you off. And
Y'all went and killed him.
Man, they did nothing to y'all.
it's not a safe space. I need a safe space to let you know what's really going on, and you're not giving me that
Talking
safe
about,
space.
man, they did nothing to him, man.
Nothing, man.
All you did was try to make you women better. You almost went there. The dog gave me permission to speak freely, but almost went there. Let's get live, man. Let's get into the sport, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Never the coochie call.
Did you get it all out though? Are we good?
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I
You
think I'm
visited
good,
them?
man. I'm
Okay.
good, man.
It's
I'm
all
good.
off your chest?
It's all off my chest.
Man.
It's all
Shirt
off my
say
chest.
certified lover boy.
Pretty ironic that you're wearing that shirt today.
I think I did it for a reason, man. I think I did it
I
for a
loved
reason.
it. I loved it.
Once again, you guys are on the
You
bench,
should have went
man.
with the Dikembe Mutombo inspired Who Wants to Sex Bubba.
Oh. Once again, you guys are on the bench, man. On the Bench podcast. We got Wood here, man. Wood is a major Dallas Cowboys fan. Is that right, man?
My condolences.
I follow a lot of sports.
You backpedaling
I
from the Cowboys already?
only have one team.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Like I rock with home team. It's Orlando, so I rock with the Magic. But I understand what's going on over there right now. You guys are trash. But we might be on the up. We might be on the up right now, man. We might be on the up, man. We got Paulo, man. We might be on the up, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's a monster. You know what I'm saying?
He is. He may be. He may be, but
Nah, boy, that boy can hoop.
Let it happen in the league, man. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
Listen, I understand that, but listen, if they play to his strengths like they should,
whose strengths have they played to?
and
But
there you have it.
we're here with the Cowboys, man. Whose strengths are the Cowboys going to play to this year?
Let me just address the elephant in the room about the Cowboys.
Okay.
All right.
There's an elephant in the room.
Yeah, there's an elephant in the room, man. The fact
Did he
that
walk 1,000 miles across India?
the fact that you guys think that all Dallas Cowboy fans think that every year we going to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
No. Them are the delusional ones. I mean, you got delusional people in every type of family. In the Cowboy family, we got a lot of delusional people. The Cowboys are not going to go to the Super Bowl this year.
Why not?
Offensive line problems. I'm not even worried about the wide receiver issue. I mean, Dak can throw it to anybody that's open.
You have decent receivers now.
Well, they lost Cooper and didn't
I
replace
mean, where was Cooper when we
Yeah. He was. Yeah. You had. I mean, you had to make that move.
When we went on the road, where was
he's
Amari
a terrible
Cooper?
role player. Yeah, he's a terrible role. One of the worst role
Do
receivers in the league.
you think that
Amari Cooper actually checked himself out of the New England game because he could not do nothing with Stephen Gilmore, man.
That was crazy.
And then CD Lamb went off.
There's no heart, man.
do you still think Zeke Elliott is an upper level back?
I never thought Zeke Level was an upper level back. I always thought he was a great one cutback. Like Ezekiel Elliott probably was one of the until he put that weight on. See, we got to see Zeke now. Zeke toned down. Zeke was big the last 3 years. You know, them wheels don't turn like they did the rookie year when you done put on 30, 40 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So he a little toner now. I ain't got to see him in much action. He did a couple drills in preseason and OTAs.
But with him losing some weight, do you expect a bigger year than we've seen for the last couple seasons?
I really think they should incorporate Tony Pollard more.
He's more explosive.
Like this how I felt about when Ezekiel Elliott went to Cabo. I wouldn't have paid him. First of all, you tried me. Second of all, yeah, come on, bro. You ain't even gonna come talk to me. You go to Cabo.
Right.
And like whenever you got my money, holler at me.
And hold that, right.
Okay. So that's cool. I can forgive you for that though. Then Tony Pollard is averaging 120 a game while you out.
Mm-hmm.
So now you see, I thought they were gonna like be missing a beat without me on the run game.
Right.
You know, Dak was going through his little problems in the pad game, but the run game was on point with Tony Pollard.
Yeah.
The last running back holdout that helped, or that was positive, was Emmitt Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He held out the first 2 games of one of their Super Bowl teams. They went 0-2. He came back and everything clicked again.
Yeah.
I can't recall, seriously, since the mid-'90s, another running back holdout that the team felt the loss
Listen.
and the player eventually came back and performed at a high level.
Ezekiel Elliott right now is entering the average last year of every running back. Except somebody like Emmett who played 30 years. Well, 7 years, 8 years, a running back really out of that. He'll still get backup roles. He'll be there, help the team, veteran player.
But my point is with him is, to me, he hasn't played at a high level since maybe year 3. He's just been a run-of-the-mill guy.
Ezekiel
that
Elliott
misses a bunch
averaged
of games.
Ezekiel Elliott averaged like 58 yards, 58.6 maybe yards a game last year.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's a top 3 paid running back right now.
Yeah.
He's the
Last
number
year and this
1
year.
paid running back.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a disgrace.
Um,
No, it is.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
yeah.
bad business.
Ezekiel
You have that much money.
Elliott has not played good since he got his money.
Yeah.
yeah.
You could have.
And they blame Dak. But if my running back's not getting no yards, I gotta throw the ball.
And
you could have invested that money in the line.
yeah, in the line,
And
which
make a guy like Pollard better.
traditionally that's what Dallas Cowboys have done. I mean, Dallas Cowboys have traditionally have one of the best offensive lines in football.
Exactly right.
In the 90s, 2000s, and even in this era,
And now-
Even when Zeke first came into the league,
they had a
very
dominant
strong
offensive line. Yeah,
I think our offensive line will be better than last year, but I mean that's not gonna really. It's not gonna be dominant.
right.
Like the Eagles have a for real offensive line.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Titans
top
have a
five.
for real
Top five.
offensive line.
Right.
The Chargers have a for real offensive line, man.
Yeah.
So like, it's another. I think I want to say Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati has a nice. No, that's Cincinnati.
And then you can't use that as an excuse for Zeke because Tony is explosive when he gets the ball.
No.
Like
I'm just talking
about in general.
I'm talking about when we got to go strictly pass because he's not getting any running yards.
Right.
It makes it hard on Dak.
Yeah.
You can't drop back 54 times and expect not to. You know what I mean?
No. True. But I'm just saying, Tony Pollard, he makes the most out of his opportunities.
Yeah.
And that's the same offensive line when Zeke does
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, he's doing more with the same tools.
Yeah. With less
No.
opportunities.
My offensive line knows how to block. My offensive line gets holding penalties in wrong crucial
the penalties
situations.
are
That's what I meant by the
problem.
offensive line.
Yeah.
Like we can get a big 30-yard play, but it gets called back because of a holding penalty.
To speak quickly about the running back situation in the NFL, there are only 3 running backs that have guaranteed contracts after this season.
In the whole league.
In the entire league.
Really?
Yeah,
Who are the three?
outside
That
of
is
rookies.
the-
Outside
that-
of rookies.
that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
least-
okay, yeah, rookie
outside of
scale.
rookies.
That
Yeah.
is
So who are
the
the three?
least valued position in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who are the 3?
I can tell you this. I don't know the 3 off the top of my head, but I read the article. None of them are all pro running backs. So not the Derrick Henrys, not the whatever. None of them are. 2 of them are guys who just come off the rookie deal and got a deal this year. And one guy, honestly, I had never even heard of.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
And it's only 3. That's what I'm saying. I never even heard of
Who's the
something.
guy you didn't hear of?
That's what I'm saying.
His
His name is not gonna
He
retain.
still ain't heard of him.
It's not gonna retain in my brain.
Guaranteed, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I mean, like when I was a little kid, you always wanted to be the running back.
Yeah.
And now, like, I mean, like literally, if you
I
have a
always
kid
wanted to
who has
receive.
talent in football, like literally tell him to play any other position.
Run away
I
from
was,
running back.
I was a
Run away
Michael
from-
Irvin fan, so like,
Yeah.
Okay,
receiver
receiver.
was like, I want to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but,
playmaker,
I mean,
playmaker, man.
The pay, like receivers, corners, quarterbacks. even high level tight ends.
Yeah.
The money's better than running back. Running back is just absolutely the worst position from a financial standpoint.
And I think Dallas Cowboys will be the last team to make that mistake. I think teams were already going against that and changing the philosophy.
Yeah.
And now that Ezekiel, you know what I mean, kind of tailed down after a big contract, I think they're going to be the last team to really.
You would hope. I mean, there's always an idiot somewhere.
Listen, bro. I know how. I've been a Cowboy fan forever, and one thing I can tell you about Jerry Jones. If I don't know how much money he paid you,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't perform, you leaving.
Is that true though?
If you don't,
I think if he has a personal relationship with someone, it's different.
That sounds cute to say, but this team has just lingered in mediocrity for a decade.
But they weren't getting paid like that.
What were they doing?
What I'm saying is like the players you talking about when they lingered in mediocrity, there were no max contracts on the contract.
Dak's been lingering for 3 years in mediocrity.
Dax ain't been lingering in no mediocrity.
Dak, Zeke.
Yeah, I'm about to say you tripping.
What Dak ain't? It's not. He's a above average quarterback. I'll give him that.
Then what's elite?
Huh?
He's
not elite. We're not going there.
There's only 2 elite quarterbacks in the NFL then.
No.
By people's perspective, but by people's perspective of elite.
You have Pat, you have Aaron Rodgers, you have Tom Brady.
Pat had a great team and a great head coach.
You're telling me Patrick Mahomes is not an elite quarterback? Is that what you're telling me here today?
That's my personal opinion. We'll see how he do this year without Tyreek Hill.
He's going to be better.
We'll see
the thing about Dak,
you seen what Tyreek Hill do when he catch a 5-yard pass from that dude, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I value Tariq more than that. But
I felt the same way about when they were bragging about Tim Tebow when he gave that pass to Demir.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Pat Mahomes is
back to my guys. Back to my guys. All right.
You're going to throw out some crazy stats and
so
irrelevant stats.
I guess only you got to win a Super Bowl to be elite.
No, it's not that.
Because close.
Yeah. Joe Burrow is elite to me now.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is an elite quarterback. There's a few more. The Bills. The Bills guy. Josh Allen is elite.
What if he don't make the playoffs next year?
Joe Burrow?
He's still elite.
I have to see how it looks. Does he get hurt?
No. We ain't talking about no injuries.
I'm
just saying. That conversation of elite gets tossed every year by people. Like 1 year somebody be in the elite conversation.
I don't care what other people say. I value my own opinion.
So I'm just saying everyone.
Yeah, I don't care about everyone. Everyone can suck a dick.
That's right.
I mean, I'm serious. I like real stuff. Like I'll evaluate.
This guy come in with a Panthers jersey on, man.
Hey, let you know what I'm.
But I would say this: there's no way that Cincinnati is a largely healthy squad and doesn't make the playoffs with Burrow.
Yeah,
but y'all talk about my boy like he just middle.
I said above average. He's above average. He's above average.
Above average is middle of the pack.
Dak Prescott. He's slightly above the middle of the pack.
That's crazy.
All I know is it's below elite.
So do you think Justin Herbert's better than Dak Prescott?
Yes,
No,
I would take him.
That's crazy and he beat him head to head.
I would take him.
That's crazy and he beat him head to head.
I can't make an argument that Dak is
that's crazy.
That Herbert is better.
1 year.
But I'll take Herbert before I take Dak.
So was Justin Herbert's rookie year better than Dak Prescott's?
Why? Because Prescott.
I'm just saying that man played 1 year, right? Justin Herbert, that was his rookie year last year, right?
I thought it was the second year.
That was his second year?
Yeah.
His second year wasn't even better than Dak's second year.
No, for me, Herbert hasn't done enough to be elite.
No, he's not elite.
That's how I judge players.
He's in a similar grouping to Dak.
But I have a 1 or 2 spots over
What I'm saying
there.
is that's how I judge players. I don't judge players off what they did in that season. All right, so you have a younger player.
Yeah.
There's not enough film on him. See, once they get the film on you, then I want to know what kind of player you are.
You got a slight point there.
Yeah, I got a real point there.
But quarterbacks is different.
No, no.
There's not a lot of
position when they get the film on you. They figure you out.
It's rare. It's rare for you to find a quarterback who came out and dominated and then tailed off at the end. You got a couple instances, but there's more examples of that at other positions versus quarterbacks. You understand? Like I understand you have
here's a part of the puzzle where you're not
the Cam Newtons and the Kaepernick.
Here's what you're not addressing.
Matt Castle. is the perfect example.
No,
of
he's
that.
not.
Matt
No.
Castle.
Matt Castle was never
What did he ever do?
a near elite quarterback.
Matt Castle went what 11-5
No.
or 12-4.
Cam Newton is
And then got a bag.
Cam Newton is the
And then got a
picture of
bag.
that.
What I know I'm saying, I'm not saying he was that. What I'm saying is the perception. So Matt Castle went 11-5 with the Patriots when Tom Brady got hurt.
Right.
And got the bag after that. And
Yeah,
then got
but
replaced by
that's-
Russell Wilson because he wasn't that guy. You have instances where guys show something
Who
and
the
then
hell?
Nobody
Who
thought.
on planet fucking Earth thought Matt Castle
Nobody
was the guy?
the Seahawks, obviously because they
Yeah,
played.
it takes one idiot. Like, you can't base anything off of the
Sucker board
opinion of
every
one
day.
idiot.
I'm just saying something that happened.
Yeah, but
But
I'm talking
that
about.
doesn't prove anything.
And I'm talking about near elite guys. I'm talking about like Cam Newton won a Super Bowl. I'm sorry,
he went
an
to a
MVP.
Super- went to a Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl
He
and
lost
won
to Peyton.
MVP.
Yeah.
What, second year in the league? That's what I'm talking
I
about.
thought it was
First year,
it was
second,
no,
third,
It was like a third or fourth.
third,
like
or
third
fourth.
or
Okay,
fourth.
but still early on.
But I get what you're saying.
yeah,
He was
yeah,
on a
early
trajectory
on.
to go to that anyway.
Yeah.
Cam
And then he
had
tailed off.
Yeah.
a nice build up in his career to that MVP season. Then he had like concussion issues and
Yeah.
kind of fell
Yeah.
apart after that.
Exactly. So I'm saying there are a couple of guys like that, but most of the guys when they come out swinging, the Pat Mahomes and the
It ain't been
Burrows,
too many Pat Mahomes,
Here's-
Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers type guys.
I can keep naming them.
But
Keep going.
it was an era before them.
Dan Marino.
No, we ain't going back that far. We talking about now. We ain't going back to the Peyton Mannings and the
Peyton.
they gone.
But here's what we're not giving due credit to. The whole notion that a young guy comes in, enjoys success, and then the league figures him out.
No, I didn't say they figure him out.
Well, that's kind of what you're
You
saying.
did say
No,
that. You did say that.
I said what I want to know is what do you do when they have enough film on you?
To figure you out.
Yeah. What
Yeah, that's what you
adjustments
said.
do you make? That's what make you great. When they figure
Well,
out how you play, you make adjustments.
That's the point. I was gonna make.
Tom Brady flaw was what? He couldn't move out the pocket. So Tom got a quicker release.
That's the point I was going to make. Is that at some
You
point,
adjust. Great players adjust.
yeah, being an elite guy requires you to out adjust the adjustments. To
Yeah.
you. That's what it is. To
Th-
evolve
that's what I'm
mental
saying.
side of the game.
But that's why I started by saying I like to see what a guy do after they have game film on you. It doesn't mean you're gonna be trash after they have game film on you. What do you do after they have that film and know your tendencies and where you like to go and the routes and the calls and the snap
Yeah,
counts?
if you can't push your game to another level to offset that,
That's
then,
that's
then
all
you're-
I'm
you have
saying.
trouble.
Yeah.
And there are a chunk of guys that enjoyed some measure of early success and then never built off of that.
Yeah, it's a couple, and I agree to that. But I think it's more the other way around. That starts off hot and continues to
That's
go.
why-
But
that's
my
why it's
problem,
limited.
my problem with Dak, and the reason why he's not elite, is because he has really good teams around him from year to year. Comparable teams to other teams that have playoff success and things like that. Not the Super Bowl teams, but even teams that get to the playoffs have playoff success. But he's a guy that first 3 quarters, he's near elite. When it comes to the fourth quarters of games and in big games, he suffers, man. He plays.
Ooh,
He
I
doesn't
think it's
play
the
up
other
to
way
par. Nah, it's not the other way around. You can look at the numbers, man.
I think Dak start off slow, bruh, and pick up late.
No.
He's not been a killer in the fourth quarter.
He's
No,
not
man.
though. But listen,
Th-
bruh,
that's what
Grant-
His
Grant's
numbers are
making.
good
But
in the fourth,
it's not
but
too
they're
many of
empty
those.
calories.
Yeah. If they're down a lot of points.
If they're down 17,
They're
they're
down,
gonna throw it
and that
around the
was
yard.
more so last year. They were down big in a lot of games, and then he has to throw.
That's what I'm
1,000
saying, bro.
times.
It's what's going on during the game, bro.
Yeah.
So like, but what y'all trying to like? So with Dak, it's so much. It's like you can't just put everything on your quarterback at a certain point in the game.
No, that's not
No,
what
we're
they're
not-
saying,
we're not.
though. But
And Dak has had games where game-winning drive.
Yeah, every quarterback.
But
everyone has.
Dak problem, and it's not really Dak's problem. It's Kellen Moore's problem. Kellen
Man.
Moore has a tendency
How
of
many
starting out
offensive
the game.
coordinators y'all gonna go through and blame?
Bro,
I'm not buying that at all.
freaking
I'm
two.
not buying that at
Jason
all.
Garrett didn't have an offensive coordinator.
Huh? But I'm saying he was the de facto offensive coordinator.
Jason Garrett called the plays.
Yeah.
When
He was the head coach that called the plays.
You're right, but he was offensive coordinator first.
But that was for Wade Phillips.
Yeah, exactly.
But same guy went to calling the plays after Wade Phillips was gone. He was
Yeah.
still calling the offensive plays. So we really didn't change offensive coordinators. We still had Jason Garrett calling the plays.
Yeah, I agree.
Kellen Moore was what we changed offensive coordinators.
I agree.
But it's not like, I'm not saying he's a bad offensive coordinator. What he don't do in the early portion of the game is go for the throw. Kellen Moore try to fill you out. That's why the game start off slow for the Cowboys a lot. And then when we down 27-10 in the third quarter, now here come all the explosive plays.
The second half of a fourth quarter of an NFL game is quarterback time.
It's quarterback.
It's not offensive coordinator time. and Dak does not have a strong record of performance in that area, and that caps
No, he don't.
him.
No,
And
he
that
don't.
caps him on
He
where
doesn't.
you stack him up.
But he doesn't. You're right about that. He doesn't.
But when you go to 2-minute and stuff like that, that's quarterback driven. That's not offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
That ain't
11
about-
seconds in the playoffs, Chiefs versus the the Bills. You know what I'm saying? That's money time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How Pat Mahomes came through, and that was the Travis Kelce, not your guy Tyreek.
But you can't even blame that on
First
Josh.
play was Tyreek.
But I don't even
First
take
play
nothing
was
from
Tyreek.
Josh Allen on that game because Josh Allen didn't
Josh
even
Allen
post
played.
out.
He's an
You
elite
got
quarterback.
You got 17 seconds left. Defense, don't let them score.
No, Josh Allen was
Josh
virtually
Allen- Josh Allen
in
phenomenal.
that game.
Josh Allen is an elite
Josh
quarterback.
Allen was
Yeah.
phenomenal
Yeah,
that
no,
game,
he was
man.
impeccable that day.
I don't know what that boy ate that morning.
No, but
He
when
came
you
out
talk
a
about there is a tier of elite guys.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Tom, there's Josh, there's Pat.
And somebody got to lose when they face each other.
Yeah.
Like, I mean.
That is what it is.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The best we can hope for is a great game as that one was, and many when elite quarterbacks face against each other. You know what I'm saying?
But- I blame Dak for that playoff loss.
So do I.
Yeah, so
It wasn't even
Three's
about
a company.
it wasn't even about the run. Why you didn't audible out that shit when you know you killing them on the pass?
That's what we're talking
Yeah,
about. Though.
at that point,
That's what it's
you
quarterback
become your own
time.
guy.
At some point, you have to stop being a company guy.
Yeah,
And that's what he is.
yeah, man.
Stop being a company
The
guy and
elite
be a
guys,
baller.
elite guys check out of BS.
Because it's
man.
not like
Late
it's not
for
like he
quarterbacks.
don't have the skill, but
Yeah.
it's in those moments the decision that you make.
Mm-hmm.
You're always going to be defined more by your decisions than by your talent.
Exactly.
I say this too, man, and we're gonna get right back to the Cowboys. But Aaron Rodgers is a guy I struggle with because he has a lot of those similar moments as Dak, man, but more so in the playoffs. We're talking about Dak in the regular season's 4 quarters, but in the playoffs, man, Rodgers turned into a different guy late in games. He makes blunders. He doesn't see the field the
But
same
he
way.
Aaron Rodgers.
Of late, he's definitely.
He's Aaron Rodgers and he got a Super Bowl, so they don't say it, but he won that Super Bowl with a team that Brett Favre left him. Ever since he's had his own
That team was stacked.
Ever
That team
since
was
he
stacked.
ever since he called the shots for his teams, he ain't did nothing.
His teams were stacked.
When Brett Favre left him with that team, he won a Super Bowl with that team.
Yeah, he's a hard guy to judge.
And
though,
ain't
'cause
been
he's,
back.
He's so
Ain't
talented,
smelt
man.
that bitch shit. Aaron Rodgers has not played in the Super Bowl since then.
Right. No, he's had a lot of playoff failures, man.
His greatest moment is beating the Cowboys in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, not Super Bowl, excuse me, in the playoffs.
in the playoffs.
What did he beat it like 2 or 3 times?
Yeah. Now, but hold on. Going back to the Cowboys. What do you think about you guys' division, the NFC East?
It's weak as fuck. The Eagles are going. If Jalen Hurts can somehow elevate his game, he's a small quarterback though. It's it ain't too many Russell Wilsons.
Mhm.
You
He
know?
got a little beef to him. He's
Kyler
small,
Murray-
but he got a
Kyler
little beef.
Murray-
not small.
Kyler Murray,
He's
the fact that
what,
Kyler Murray,
6'2",
the
6'3"?
threat that Kyler Murray might
6'2".
run is what help him with the pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kyler Murray can get out that pocket, and the threat he might take off on you or get somebody open behind you. But like Jalen only gonna run if the pocket collapses.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna try to pocket. He's Oklahoma Sooner. You know, he was a Bama boy, but he came over to the Sooner Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So he gonna try to pocket.
Yeah, because Oklahoma passes like
They
1,000
pass
times a game.
out the
Yeah.
pocket, straight out the pocket.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but when he was there, he ran a ton.
He
He's
ran
dynamic.
too.
He's dynamic.
He
player.
They did design runs for him.
He's a dynamic quarterback.
He's a dynamic player.
He has to take a leap. This year he has to take a leap. If he doesn't take a leap, I think they begin to look at other options
Yeah,
and feel like he's not a guy we can build around.
I do too.
And
I hope
you know,
they do.
It is what it is. I mean,
Why? Are you kind
I
of
don't
afraid
care.
of him a little
man,
bit?
let me explain something to you, man. I don't care nothing about the Philadelphia Eagles as a staff record label. And if you down with the Philadelphia Eagles,
Then
fuck you,
you
too.
too.
My nigga Too Major. That's my dog. He an Eagle. Fuck him. My brother. My big brother, I love you, Donnie. You're an Eagle. Fuck him.
but I do see it as I do see the division as a Cowboy Eagle The Giants, to me, I don't like Daniel Jones.
We winning the division.
Daniel Jones is throwing like 5 interceptions in practice.
We're winning the division, bro.
No, seriously, man.
Yeah,
Listen,
he's not.
I have Jalen Smith, Daniel Jones, and Carson Wentz to worry about.
And I was going to say...
Carson Wentz is performing bad.
The Washington football... I almost called them the Redskins. But
They're the Commanders.
No,
they're the
Commanders now.
They're the fucking jerk-offs, man. They're not doing anything.
They have a solid defense.
I don't care how people feel. Y'all still the bitch-ass Redskins, man.
They have a solid defense, but yeah, it's going to come down to the Eagles, Cowboys. It has for the last couple of years. Anyhow,
No,
even though
we
the Cowboys, I'm saying
we won the division like last 4 years.
But the
except
Eagles,
the year Dak got hurt.
The Eagles are on the heels, like
except the year Dak got hurt when he broke his leg.
Now this year, all of the projections have like the Eagles coming out because they're saying they have a dominant offensive line.
God.
Their receiving core is really good now.
Anything on sports talk shows to say the Cowboys ain't gonna be shit. You feel me? They'll do anything. Like they'll make up any perception. Listen, when we had motherfucking Amari Cooper, these motherfuckers beat every motherfucking week. The Cowboys need to trade Amari Cooper. He doesn't show up in big games. They're paying this guy $100 million in big games, and on the road he doesn't show up. Soon as we lose Amari Cooper, what the hell are the Cowboys gonna do without Amari Cooper? They need to get Amari Cooper back. Amari Cooper all they had, but you were just selling him out last year.
It's not so much about Amari Cooper; it's about you didn't replace Amari Cooper. Though.
You don't know what Jalen Tolbert gonna do.
I don't. Nobody does.
Know who the hell he is.
I didn't.
Exactly.
I didn't know he existed.
I ain't know. Hey, when Amari Cooper was at the Raiders, I ain't know who the hell he was either. That wasn't that Bama boy. That wasn't that Bama boy. That boy was dangerous at Bama. We got to the Raiders. I'm like, who the hell is this?
Yeah, but he still performed well.
Yeah,
like,
what up, man?
You gotta see the young guys play first.
I gave my girl 7 minutes before she still thought I performed well. Though. Did I get the job done? Hell no.
That's 5 more out
I was gonna say, like the Eagles really hinge on Jalen Hurts because they've upgraded the offense.
Yes.
They've brought in some nice pieces. If they can't succeed, it's gonna fall on him.
It is,
and that's the plot there. That's
yeah.
Do you think Tennessee is a better team than Philadelphia?
No.
Let me finish.
I'm not
with AJ Brown on Tennessee. Is Tennessee better than Philly with AJ Brown on Philly?
I think Philadelphia is a better team, man. Tennessee, of course, they have Henry.
It ain't just Henry, that defense.
The defense is good,
Biden,
but the Eagles have a comparable defense. It's not like one is much better than the other.
I don't trust their corners, but yeah.
But the thing about the Titans is Derrick Henry, he may be a superhero, but he's coming up on that running back time.
He's
coming up on that wall.
Do you think Jalen Hurts is better than Ryan Tannehill?
Yes. I would take. That's a tough question. I would take him. I would personally take him over Tannehill.
So do you think he's better than Ryan Tannehill?
And just close my eyes. I would close my eyes and take Jalen.
Jalen Hurts is better than Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Tannehill's any good.
I hear an argument that says
and he's been, but here's the thing. He's been in the league longer.
Yeah.
We know exactly what it is. There's no upside to Tannehill.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what he is, and he's not good enough.
I'd rather take the guy with the higher upside, and if it fails, so fucking what? But I know I'm not going to succeed with Tannehill. You know what I mean? He's one of those Jimmy Garoppolo guys.
Having Ryan Tannehill as your quarterback is driving the car.
Let me tell you some real shit. You want me to tell you some real shit? Let me tell you some real shit about my division. Our games against the Washington Commanders, even though Carson Wentz gonna throw 2 picks to motherfucking Trey Diggs and both of them, it's gonna be tougher than when we play the Eagles, bro.
Yeah.
You know why? Because Washington wake up the players.
Yeah.
You have those games where a team just don't like you, bro.
That defense
and they wake
provides
up the
some
and the
challenges
Redskins don't like us.
But
you're
speaking on rivalry, NFL rivalries are real.
And every game between every team in my division, every game between every team in my division is a rivalry. Arizona used to be in my division. That used to be a rivalry before they split up and made the South teams. Right. Arizona was over there in the NFC East. That was one of the Cowboys' major rivalries. That's why every time we play Arizona, they wake up the players.
That must predate me.
That's funny. I don't think much of NFL rivalries.
No,
I think it's way more defined by roster strength and health.
Yeah, that too. But I don't think people like hate each other during the rivalry. I just think like, okay, we don't like the team itself. Like we wake up to play them.
Yeah. I think it's fodder for fans. I don't think it translates too strongly to the players.
That's a fair argument. That's a fair
That's
argument.
a fair argument.
One of the last questions we want to give to you here, man, is your star linebacker. What do you think is his ceiling?
Which one?
You have more than one?
We got Anthony Barr too.
Oh my
The hell
God,
with
man!
Oh, so Anthony Barr is
Pedestrian
here.
at best.
Oh my God, my dog gonna ball out on you this year.
If you don't know who we're talking about, you might not be a fan of football.
This guy
No, I
said
know
which
who Anthony
one?
Barr is, man.
Anthony Barr.
Talking about Anthony Barr, suspect, man.
I ain't say suspect.
That's how
What we
I
talking
said
about?
That's damn sure not who we're talking about.
I know y'all talking about Mike Parsons, man.
Yeah. So what you think?
Micah,
What is his ceiling? What do you think he can reach?
Oh, Micah going to the Hall of Fame.
There you have it.
Well, let Dion tell it. They letting everybody know.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Hell, you got motherfucking offensive linemen that ain't do nothing but hold bitches they whole career. Shit, I know Micah could get in that bitch. Shit, they might would shit. Dak might slide in the back door. They let motherfuckers
If he
in.
slides anywhere, it's going to be the back door.
He damn sure don't know how to slide when he finna get hit. That's how he broke his ankle in the first place. Didn't fucking slide. Still ass. Look, that's my dog though, man. I fuck with Dak heavy, man.
Hall of Fame for Parsons.
Parsons gonna go to Parsons going though. Parsons is a different type. Like when I heard him talk when he got drafted, I said he different.
Mm-hmm.
Like his whole mentality was, I'm not going there to like try to like. I'm going there to ball out. Like y'all talking about going there to be a leader in the locker room and like establish himself in the locker room. He like, man, I'm going there to ball out. Like.
My thing with him is I hope he stays healthy so we can see what he becomes.
Yeah, when he said wherever they want.
It really like he really kind of fits into like what the modern linebacker needs to be. I think the way the game is played, I don't think you're going to see it like a Ray Lewis type anymore.
No, you need that somebody
it
that can
requires
adjust.
a different skill set, and I think that he really kind of embodies that.
You got to damn to be able to cover wide receivers nowadays at linebacker. So you got to be skilled.
Yeah, and he's very athletic. Yes, Parsons is a monster, man. I think they need to put him in positions more to rush the passer, and I hear this year they're going to do that. That's why they bought in Barr and stuff like that.
They want Barr to play more Mike.
Right. So Parsons can.
But they also got that boy from Ole Miss. They also got that boy from Ole Miss, Sam Wilson.
And Ole Miss, man, they produce. They're
Sam
almost a
Williams
linebacker factory,
from
man.
Ole Miss.
Yeah.
Watch out for him.
Yeah.
I ain't saying he gonna be like Micah Parsons.
I hope that they don't make him too one-dimensional. I hope they don't lock in too much and make him almost exclusively a pass rusher.
I do.
We've seen that before.
I do.
We've seen that.
I don't
You
care.
know,
We
I
need
think
that.
This kid could be more.
We need somebody to get to the quarterback. It ain't going. It is not happening.
Well, whatever.
D-Law stay hurt so too much, but when he make plays. Like every game he was healthy last year, he got a turnover. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't stay healthy all the time. We need somebody that's gonna stay healthy and rush the passer. Now you don't just allow him to rush the passer on every down. You let him drop back in coverage. Use them as a decoy. You know, you can blitz him through. Micah Parsons, you can blitz him through every gap.
Well, and that's why I hope they stay creative in how they use it, so that we really get to see.
Pretty much, don't make him like T.J. Watt. Like how they did T.J. Watt.
Yeah, T.J. Watt, yeah.
But he's bad at that dimension.
So they're not going to the Super Bowl. So what's your projection for the Dallas Cowboys this year?
Wow.
What's a successful season? What have you saying?
He's like,
I love my
haven't
guys.
thought of the question. I mean, we're about 3
No,
weeks
because it's like
away from the regular season.
no, it's just like I really thought about my answer right then, and I was like, wow. If we just get out the fucking first round, which I might be happy. I will be happy, but bitch, win another game too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, no, that's what I would say, because like we're gonna be satisfied with. I mean, you get in the playoffs, you win a game, you're gonna look at the next game. You go, why the hell can't we win this one too?
Exactly.
You know,
like win another game. Like the championship games are the hard ones.
Yeah.
Get to one of those.
Win the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
I mean that's tough.
Yeah.
Everybody trying to do that.
Exactly.
And not, Tom ain't even one of the area. Most of the motherfuckers, but not area. That's a bad motherfucker, boy. I give Brady all the props in the world, man.
What do you think Tom's personal business is?
Why he's out?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your theory on it?
I think that the wife had some sort of scheduled event, and part of the condition of him coming back and getting to play was that he would have to suck it up and do this thing in the middle of the preseason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a week in a nudist colony or something. That's what I think. It just reeks.
She might have just made his ass stay in the house with the kids.
Might have been.
Oh, you want to play football? So all preseason, you're not showing up to camp, and you're gonna stay fucking home with the kids.
While I'm on vacation.
Yeah, you're gonna see how I fucking feel. You're gonna see how I fucking feel, Tom.
Think about the pettiness of women.
Yeah.
That's totally it. That's totally
You gonna stay your ass here with these kids while I go have fun. Acting like I've been doing while you been playing football.
This was not like a spontaneous thing. The Bucks have said all along, we knew this was gonna happen. So it was planned. I mean, this isn't like a family member falls ill or somebody has an accident.
Tom put his PTO in 3 months ago.
When he said he was coming back, he said, I'm going to be out August 12th to August whatever.
Tom Brady is the first NFL player to use his PTO.
That's true. I don't know. You got some alternative theories over or what?
No, I like that theory, man. I roll with that theory because it's believable.
I honestly 100% believe that that's what happened.
Anything more serious, it would have came out.
Whatever it is, she said, these are the conditions of you coming back. You got to do this during the preseason.
Yeah.
Or he probably said, you know what? I do it during preseason.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it is.
Yeah, because he's not damn sure.
Then my boy put in PTO in.
I can just hear nagging him, and then Tom said, fuck it, I'll do the preseason. Just shut up. Whatever it takes for you to shut up. I'll miss 2 weeks.
Damn it, Giselle, I'm trying to play FIFA.
Well, I tell you what, man, we appreciate you being on the show, man.
I appreciate the time.
Have some fun. We we'll see where the Cowboys go. If they get out to a hot start, we'll bring you back so you can talk some shit.
We're going to the playoffs. I don't know where we're going after the first round. we could be going to another game. We could be going fishing.
Cabo or Cancun.
But no matter what it is, it's Cowboy Nation DC for life, baby.
Yes, sir. All right, well, appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you. Great.
You guys are on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. This is what I want you guys to do right here, man. I bought my plant in from Jimmy Green.
Oh boy.
Jimmy Green, who is the plant pusher. Alrighty, a black business owner here in the Central Florida area. We're going to re-edit this and put her stuff out, but this is Jimmy Green. You can find her on all social media handles. She has some beautiful pots and things like that if you want to put your plants in. She'll set you up. She'll have you with a house full of plants, man. She's the greatest. She's the best. Customer service is elite. Jimmy Green, get your plants. Find her and contact her today. And once again, Jimmy Green, man. All right, we're going to get to our first sunbreaker today. We're going to come back with Tony, and we're going to finish up on the bench podcast with Bubba and Pink. We'll be right back.
I love that shit, man.
Hey, SCMG.
OJ got that juice.
I can't even lie, inside I'm broken. They say, Scoota, you the one nigga you chosen. Just stay on your grind, little nigga, stay focused. Sooner or later you be pulling up and loaded. Just remember slow bread better than no bread. This ain't on the game, now bands on your forehead. Running to the money like I got by 4 legs. You ain't running shit with your mouth, you got broke legs. I wake in the morning, grab that tool out the dresser. Nothing but glitches and better, used to be 38 special. Better why that bitch, she play a fool if you let her. And it really ain't your niggas if they want you to do better. I fought with Shaw, he kept it real since I met him. I went to court with that eye on me, gotta stay with that metal. That red bean help me shoot a little better. Got big old blizzards and chopper, no we don't tow no Beretta. I see they mad that I'm in my bag, nigga. All that motherfucking hating ain't gon' make your bad bigger. Keep on playing, I'ma have to paint your folks a sad picture. Hit your block go like a diamond, we pull up and crash, nigga. One thing I ain't never seen, somebody I need. Another thing is another nigga like me. I been pouring all the green lean, fucking up my spleen. Lot of rest off in my jeans, please don't think about touching me. All this shit I been through just made me go harder. Damn Jews, how the fuck you die in your charger? I got niggas out there dripping Bob Barker. And I'm trying to stay free, so I gotta play it smarter. I know you smell that. Even burning rubber on that Hellcat. Plus I'm moving different, so I feel that. We want all the smoke, I didn't hear that.
That was
That was a fast 8 seconds, man.
that was like the shot clock up there in our last tournament.
Yeah, man. You guys are back on the Bench Podcast with bubbapink. We have Tony in the building. He's wearing a disastrous Panthers jersey.
Nah, I gotta rep who you rep, man.
You a Panthers fan?
Yeah, I'm a
Why?
Panthers fan. I'm from North Carolina, so I was there when they became a team, a franchise. So I've been a Panthers fan as long as they've been
Since
a franchise.
Kerry Collins?
Since Kerry Collins.
Oh,
Wow.
Matter of fact, me and my cousin was talking about that. I forgot his name. Kerry Collins didn't even start.
he did?
No, not like the first couple weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, we kind of redshirted him a little bit. But yeah,
And you
been
guys,
there that long.
you guys had the great Jake Delhomme.
We had, man, I remember watching.
Jake the Snake.
I remember watching
Nate.
Rodney Peete get hurt in
Jake
in the
DeLong.
Jacksonville game, and that was like week 1. And I was like, oh man, our season's over.
My God,
And-
Rodney Pete's down.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's crazy, right?
Oh my
Rodney
God,
Peete was
Rodney
like 58.
Pete's outta here.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, dang, our season's over.
Wow, you
And
put-
Jake Delhomme took us to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So
You guys got a quarterback controversy now, man.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I think we're going to sit Baker so we don't have to pay him.
You're going to sit Baker?
Yeah, it's business.
Nah.
They got 2 quarterbacks on the roster.
Is that
scheduled.
are you hearing that looking at all the Carolina Panthers
It
teams
just
and
makes
stuff like that?
yeah.
Or is it in your brain? That's what
I think
you-
that's. I'm gonna be honest. In my brain, I think they're
okay,
gonna do that because
okay.
they got like if he plays less than 75% of the snaps,
then
they don't got to pay him
yeah,
and
Yeah,
stuff.
The
no, they'll
Browns will
start
pay
him, and then just if he gets hurt, he gets hurt. Or if the season goes poorly, they'll worry about
I
it.
could definitely see that.
I honestly think they're having a true
Battle.
competition. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what
I think Baker wins. I'll be shocked if he doesn't win. He
I would be
If he
shocked
can't beat
'cause-
Sam Darnold, he don't need to be in the NFL.
Well, Sam Darnold been there. You got to give him
The
that.
fuck, he
So,
trash.
got the
so he
offense.
knows the
He
system.
knows the system.
And they know how bad he is. That's the reality. You
Yeah.
don't go get Baker Mayfield if you've looked at Sam Darnold for over a year and
Is it
think he's
true?
any good.
Does
Hey,
it help that
for
it
real.
took them a while to go make that move?
No.
Like,
No,
they
they wanted Cleveland to eat some of that money.
wanted
was
to draw,
more so.
they wanted to bring the price down
They
as much
knew
as
because
possible.
it was a funky situation because
Yeah.
once they signed Deshaun, that you knew they had to do something. How many other suitors are you competing against? Maybe not that many, and you wind it down, get the discount you want.
Yeah.
But they would not make that move if they liked Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is scrub central.
Yeah,
He's the present incarnation of Matt Barkley.
something has to work though.
Another waspy Southern Californian that sucked ass.
Matt Lyon.
Are you as down on Sam Darnold?
Yeah, and I'm down on Sam Darnold, and I'm down on like the management because there's no reason why we have 2 quarterbacks that are going to like be like $25 million cap hits right now.
Yeah.
That is horrible management. That money could have went anywhere else to help the team.
Matt Rule is the coach, right?
Yes.
And who's like the front office guy, like the main guy?
We got rid of
Gotta
Tepper.
be
No,
the
Tepper's the owner. You know what? I forgot the guy's name.
Gotta be a crackhead.
Just that. Yeah, right. You would think. I mean, he's better than Gettleman. Gettleman went to New York and he's ruining them. You know what I'm saying? So,
But
fuck.
we'll see. They played pretty much almost the same with that preseason game. Darnold played okay, and so it's going to take. I think it's going to take all the preseason games.
I think so.
to figure this out.
I think this week of
there's
practice.
No rush to it.
Nah,
I don't
nah.
think.
I think this week of practice is probably more important
That's
than the
important.
preseason game
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing joint practices.
Oh, they're
with the
doing a
Patriots.
duel. Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
doing. So
They had
I
a big brawl the other day.
yeah, they had like
yeah?
yeah, like 3 people got
Yeah,
sent home.
scrapping.
I like that,
Yeah,
man.
it was fire.
You like the preseason? brawl?
Yeah, I like it.
I think it's just cliched nonsense. I think they stage them half the
I
time.
don't, man. Bro,
I do.
It's August.
I think
it's hot as fuck.
Sure, who cares?
I think.
Who wants to fight when it's hot? I mean, I think one of the assistant,
Everybody wanna fight.
I think one of the assistant coach. It doesn't do the right thing, man. Come on. Like, come on. No, I think one of the assistant coaches gets in somebody's ear and they're like,
Oh, yeah,
brother, you know, we're not gonna push around these motherfuckers today.
Yeah,
man. Today's our day.
you definitely want a little more,
Oh, yeah.
more fight out of your players.
Hell yeah.
You know, you be like, hey,
I think that's total setup, man.
like
You
you're
go to a-
bullshit, man.
You go to a
You're
young guy trying to make the roster. He's a little hyper aggressive. you wind him up before the practice, and bang, you get your.
I can
brawl.
see that.
Hold on, really quick here. We're going to switch gears to another sports topic. But I want you guys to know Royal13thebrand.com, our second sponsor here. Royal13thebrand.com. You can be fresh Going into the fall, use promo code bubbapink. Get all the flyest gear, man. I've been wearing my shorts. Now it's time for me to get some fall gear, man.
Some fall gear.
It's time for me to get some fall gear, and I'm gonna go to Royal 13 the brand
Can't wear white after Labor Day.
and use
right?
promo code bubbapink. No, man. No, you can't. You can't. But I'll tell you what, man. Durant is wearing white all over the concerts, all that good stuff, man. I don't know if y'all been watching them and seeing them.
Yeah.
There was the latest rumor on Kevin Durant is that the Pelicans refused to add in Brandon Ingram to any trade talk. So no Brandon Ingram, no Zion. So that pretty much means no trade with the Pelicans. Because, like, what else do you have that we want?
Nothing.
They have a lot of draft capital.
They do, but
And Brooklyn gonna have to temper down on their request, right? Like, people gonna look at the field and say, who we negotiating against?
No, that's what we said last week.
You know, like,
At some point, the price drops.
it's weird because it's a weird time in the league to where really it's only 4 teams that make sense to trade for KD, right? Only Golden State, Pelicans, Boston, and Philly. Those are the only 4 teams.
But why do the Pelicans make sense? They suck.
No, they have pieces and like he says they have drive capital. So
they got a lot.
you get KD, you can quickly form a team around KD, Zion. As if you believe in Zion, you know.
If you believe in his health,
Right.
which I don't.
And then they still have CJ McCollum,
Yeah.
who played very well last year and
He did.
even got them a playoff bid. So they got some pieces over there.
But if you're KD, now again, he might not be the best decision maker in free agent destinations.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know that's like, I know he's not a free agent, but I don't think that's a place I'm pushing to go necessarily.
He's not. He hasn't
He
mentioned
don't
it at all.
got but he don't got a choice.
He hasn't
He
mentioned
doesn't
it at
have
all.
a trade clause, a no trade clause.
Yeah.
He go wherever the hell they send him,
Yeah.
and he's stuck. He got a 4-year deal. It's just interesting because I was talking about KD, and it's like, how the fuck you coming in here with demands to the Nets?
Because you're
And
KD.
yeah, but what does that mean right now, right? You think about, you went to Brooklyn, they red-shirted you and paid you for a year, right? You won 1 playoff series last year.
The year before, yeah.
Year before. And you just got swept.
Yeah.
What leverage do you have other than you literally just saying, I'm Kevin Durant? That's cool.
That's
Y'all-
literally
y'all know who
what
I
he's
am.
saying.
But that's all you got. But when you really negotiating,
But
what the
that's-
fuck does that mean? Because
that's-
you haven't done anything.
That's why we are where we are with this. It's drug out. There's no move on the table.
And the Rudy Gobert trade. That was a big domino. It
was huge.
It fucked up the waters.
That was huge. But like Pink always says, it's always one idiot, man.
Yeah.
And the Timberwolves.
Danny Ainge finds him.
The Timberwolves are a
Danny
huge
Ainge.
idiot.
You know,
Why would you give up that much for a guy who we all know you have to take off the court in the playoffs in the 4 quarters? I don't know, but yeah, that yeah, you're right. That did kind of muddy the water as far
Because
as
it's like,
KD
okay,
trade.
if you trade that for Gobert,
I need almost twice as much as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
for
can you
KD.
possibly justify trading less?
Yeah, for KD.
it don't even make sense. But it's
Yeah.
like you said, when you look at the teams, it's like, okay, you put in a trade request, and the market's shallow.
Yeah, it's a bad time.
Like, that was a horrible time to put in a trade request.
It is.
And you waited for free agency.
Yeah,
Right? So,
yeah.
like, teams spent their money on who they
Already.
wanted.
Draft
you know what I'm
was
saying?
already
They
done.
already drafted who they wanted.
Yeah.
So, it's like, teams are like, it's kind of like last year with Cam Newton, in a sense. It was like, Cam Newton needed a job. He could start, but everybody got their players. Everybody got their quarterback.
Yeah,
So, it's like
musical chairs, and there was
Yeah.
no chair left for him.
exactly. And that's kind of like when you look at KD, and then he wanted Phoenix. You can't trade for DeAndre Ayton now.
Not with
Well,
Ben there.
Now with Ben Simmons.
Yeah, the problem you have is nobody wants to trade it as much as the Nets want, because then you're left with
What you got?
just not a balanced team.
Yeah.
Maybe you can salvage one other star, add KD, but that's been the formula that failed in Oklahoma City. It failed in Brooklyn.
That's what Boston is the most interesting.
I got a question for you, because I've been asking this. Would you just trade KD for Jason Tatum straight up right now?
If I'm who? If I'm Boston?
Either team. Well, Boston, yeah, if you're Boston.
If I'm Boston, yeah, I do.
I said the same thing.
I
I feel like KD gets you the chip.
Yeah.
Good. And it's
And you
worth
think
rolling-
about
it's
now
worth
instead
rolling
of-
the dice.
I
It's
think,
worth rolling the
I
dice.
think KD performs better than Tatum.
Because I'm a big fan of what Boston did in the offseason.
I am, too.
I like Brogdon.
I think they got a lot
like
better.
Bargnani there. I think that they've done a nice job. And then, like you said, a simple 1-for-1 trade is probably worth rolling the dice.
And if I'm the Nets, I probably do it. If I'm the Nets, I do it.
You get instantly younger.
Yeah.
I mean, again, the drop off may not be that much different. I mean,
probably not.
It's pretty comparable.
Boston is making Tatum to be this, no trade under any circumstances. He's not that guy to me.
Really?
No, he's not. He's not that guy. He's not. I don't label him as an elite basketball player, like a superstar. I don't put him in those talks or conversations. So it's different.
Do you think he can get there? Because he's only 24. Like we got it. Like
he
as
can
much
get
as basketball he's played, he's still super young. It's crazy to think that.
No, he can get there.
Yeah.
But so can Jalen Brown. That's the weird part about that team.
And that's going to be interesting.
So
Jalen Brown can't be happy, right?
No.
Jalen Brown,
he can't.
y'all keep talking about trading me.
Because
Well,
year after year,
he's-
man, year after year.
As much as they hold Tatum as the sacred guy that can't be moved, Brown is always the moving part.
Yeah.
And so he has to feel some kind of way.
Oh, yeah. And he only has like a year left on his deal. It's going to be interesting, man. Next year's free agent class is crazy. But the KD thing is going to linger because nobody, even me with the 76ers, it sounds crazy, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to give up Maxey for KD. And that sounds fucking ludicrous.
I would give up Maxey.
It sounds ludicrous, but I don't know.
Harris,
Yeah, Tobias can go like.
But honestly, I
30
mean,
years
if you
ago.
look at it that way, if you give up Maxey and Tobias, who's like a thorn in your side,
Yeah,
and you keep Embiid, you keep Harden,
yeah.
roll with that.
Especially with
I don't
the
know.
role Harden
I would-
plays
I would-
now.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't know.
If you're genuinely interested in winning a title, I would roll the dice.
I'm 100% sure Maxey can become an all-star. I'm 100% sure of that. It gets dicey if you talk about superstar and all that other stuff, all NBA performer. He's only like 20, 21.
Yeah, but
So
you want to wait?
we have 2 more years of elite KD, maybe. He's only played. It's a crazy stat. 80 games in the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's been.
And Harden's on
Joel Embiid has played more games than Kevin Durant
Yeah,
in the last
yeah.
4 years.
No, that is
Think about that.
And I do think that's why nobody's made a move.
That's another
When
thing.
you look at this
Yeah.
thing, the amount of money he's going to be paid over the 4 years of the contract, what the Nets are demanding for a guy that's played 80 games in 3 seasons,
Yeah,
and went out with a pretty poor series against Boston,
yeah.
and is not a face of the franchise,
No.
follow me guy.
No, not at all. He
And
just
yeah.
want to hoop.
And if you make that Boston move, he has to become that for that team. With Philly, you still got Embiid. With the Pelicans, you can push that on Zion maybe.
But the caveat to that is if you traded him straight up for Tatum, that does diminish the need for him to be that.
Oh, because
Because
Smart
you
and
keep
the
Smart
team.
and Brown,
No,
and
that's
you
true.
kinda have a lot of experience.
I'm thinking
guys.
about the first ideal.
Yeah.
If you trade Smart and Brown.
Yeah,
and,
if it's a
the big-
multiplayer,
Yeah. It's different.
core Celtic trade, I don't like it as much.
Yeah.
Because of that.
No, that's interesting. The KD for Tatum straight
Yeah,
up. That hasn't even entered my fucking brain.
I got a I was talking to my cousin earlier, and well, first of all, him not playing is crazy because I made a TikTok about that before the All-Star break. And I was like, we're never gonna see Kevin Durant in the All-Star game again. He always goes out around January, come back around March. He hasn't played in the last 4 or 5 All-Star games.
I wonder if he's
Funny.
doing that on
Funny.
purpose. It's
is
an
funny,
injury, but
Yeah, I was like, we're never
Yeah.
gonna see him in
I
an
didn't
All-Star
think about
game.
it like
that.
yeah,
Yeah, me either.
he always picks,
Yeah.
and they got to pick an extra player because he's
and
not
it's,
playing.
and it's weird because most guys enjoy playing the All-Star game.
He always finds a way to get hurt.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's opposite of the mentality of most guys.
Yeah.
But and a sneaky pick KD place landing spot, Memphis.
what,
Memphis.
I say just plain GM. You go Jaren Jackson Jr. Picks. You're either gonna have to throw in Bane or Dylan Brooks, and you got to put a young guy in. So
That's not
Zaire
enticing
Williams.
for me if I'm the Nets.
No,
No.
I think so.
Jackson is an interesting prospect, but I like every other player we've mentioned so far over Jaren, and that's your mega person in that deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like every other. player we talked
That
about.
could be the absolute bargain basement discount.
Yeah.
But
That's,
things
that's
get
last
desperate,
minute. Yeah,
things
yeah,
get
yeah.
desperate enough, you could look at that. But I don't like that. I mean,
And I don't think Memphis does that. I
No?
think they really love their
What they
core.
got?
I think Memphis. Yeah, they believe in themselves.
Yeah.
They
They've
believe
drafted,
in who they are.
like crazy too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, shout
Yeah.
out to that gym.
No,
Yeah, for sure.
I totally
Wish
think
we had
those
them.
guys. They run it. They run it back with the mentality that if Ja doesn't get hurt, we beat the Warriors and we're champions right now.
Yeah.
Which is pop.
That's cause even like
True
him and
to that.
Draymond had the cool exchange about the Christmas game. You know.
Yeah. No, for sure. Matter of fact, we can kind of switch over to that.
Go back again though. Like, remember how salty they were with Iguodala going back to Golden State.
From
Memphis. And they were like, you didn't believe in what we had.
Exactly.
You thought you had to go back there. You know, screw you.
Yeah.
That's their mentality. They were I bet you they would. You'd probably have a half a dozen guys at the GM's office saying, "Fuck that, give us it back."
No, that's a good point.
Yes, I can see that.
That's a good
they
point.
They definitely different mentality.
They're that young, spunky, like, we want it all. Bring the smoke.
No, for sure. I thought that let me see. So they released the NBA schedule today.
Yeah.
So we have some of the opening night games and we have the Christmas day schedule, which actually came out yesterday. So let me see the Christmas schedule. People like to talk about that because people say the NBA season doesn't start until the Christmas day games, right? So you know.
I can't agree with that.
Yeah, but you heard that before for sure.
I know I'll be watching October 18th. So
Yeah, for sure. But for the Christmas Day games, you got the Sixers, Knicks. You have the Lakers, Mavs. You have the Celtics versus the I can't even see
Bucks?
that, man. Celtics, Bucks. You have Suns, Nuggets. That's an interesting game. Then you have the Warriors versus the Grizzlies.
Okay.
You know, so that's a good Christmas Day lineup.
They had to come with it.
Which one? Which game is more intriguing to you there?
I like the Grizzlies Warriors thing just because I do think
There's something there.
Grizzlies gonna be stalking those guys from day one.
Yeah.
And that game, the Grizzlies will take it like a finals game.
Yeah.
The Warriors may or may not.
Yeah.
But the Warriors might, they might just get up for it because they know it means so much to Memphis.
Yeah.
And they know it'll mean so much to Memphis, and if we smack them on Christmas, these guys are really going to hate it.
Exactly.
It's almost a troll move to go smack them on Christmas.
What about you? What game is most intriguing to you, man?
Well, I'm a Lakers fan. So
you are
I'm
Lakers
always, yes. I'm always like Christmas Day watching the Lakers, and that
Lakers
seems like
Mavs?
a pass the torch game. That LeBron thing.
and Luka.
It seemed like a pass the torch game. I'm glad they don't have the Clippers playing again.
Mavs by 12.
It's a low management game. But
Clippers is one of the favorites. They say.
yeah, but I do want to see Nuggets Suns though. I think that's gonna be a sneaky good game.
Yeah.
Because I like teams that feel like they have to still prove stuff in the regular season. And I feel like the Nuggets and the Suns, they know they need good seeding. You know, like certain teams like the Warriors, they're like, we could be a 3-4 seed because we'll win
didn't
anywhere.
help the Suns this year.
No, but they're gonna.
I wonder if the Suns are going to be a psychologically damaged team.
I think they will. Man.
I don't know because
I think they will.
I suspect they will. I really do.
know.
think they will.
Now, it depends on DeAndre Ayton. I really do. Like if because
he finally got the bag.
he got the bag,
but they didn't believe
they
in him.
didn't believe in him, and I think that's
they
what's
didn't
going to
believe
matter.
in him. Booker was dreadful in the playoffs and may have, Kardashian issues or Jenner issues or whatever.
Yeah.
And Chris Paul,
As soon as his birthday came.
He's getting older. He didn't finish the season strong.
No.
I could see him, and he's going to want to do well. But
Which
I could
season has he finished strong?
Right,
Yeah.
but I could see him pressing almost earlier in the year and kind of just them
Doing
being
it
out
too.
of sorts and just
Yeah.
not together. That was just a soul-taking loss.
It was disappointing, man.
Beyond disappointing. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it leaves a scar.
Yeah.
You get smacked on your home floor.
Yeah.
You're
Game
never
7,
in
yeah.
a Game 7
Yeah.
as the top seed in your fucking conference.
By a team that you're much better than that team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You're
That's
much
what I'm
better.
saying.
They didn't even have Luka for the first 2 games?
Yeah, that's the first two.
yeah,
No, that was the Utah series. They didn't have Luke.
Okay.
They had Luka the whole Sun.
They had it.
series.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
They had Luka the whole Sun series.
Okay. The whole
Now, I think that could be a fragile team this year. I don't
Yeah.
expect the Suns to be as good as they were the last 2 years.
It is funny though. Is what I think Chris Paul's birthday was like game 2, and he turned 36. And
Yeah,
it's like
all of a
as soon
sudden-
as he turned 36, it was like my body feels 36. It's like I remember like post game. It's like or his birthday was the next day or something. And it was like, how did you? Because we went 14 for 14.
Yeah, man.
And they was like, how do you do this? You're about to be 36, blah, blah, blah. He was like, I feel great. And it was like the next game after that, it was downhill, man.
Father time was.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Happy birthday,
Happy
bro.
birthday.
Hey, I got something for you.
Yeah.
Here go these old man memes, bro. Like,
That's funny.
it was
That's
crazy, but
For me, man, Bucks and Celtics, I don't know, I just love that game.
yeah.
I'm a huge 76ers fan, but, you know, the fucking Knicks, I mean, I can't get up for that, even though it's at Madison Square.
Yeah, why did
the Knicks get a Christmas game?
Day game?
They're like the Detroit Lions of basketball.
They can't
just
even
have
win
to be
a
there.
pro-am game.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was hilarious, man. We talked about that last week.
But yeah, man, that's I don't
Yeah.
get the Knicks. They could have gave y'all
Anybody.
Yeah.
They could have gave it. Well, I guess they don't know what Brooklyn's gonna be.
That would have been.
I guess that's.
I don't
why.
care what it would have been.
And-
us versus like Ben versus Embiid.
Nah, you know
That still would have been good.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say Minnesota
That's another good one because of Towns and Embiid. They don't like each other.
and Edwards.
And Edwards is a electrifying player.
Edwards deserves.
Yeah.
Edwards
big
deserves everything. That is my guy.
And you have Towns and Gobert to battle against Embiid.
Embiid. That's what I mean. You got this clash of the big guys, and then you got
Edwards
Edwards in that too. Like,
Yeah.
dude, that'd be a fun.
Because
fight
Edwards
to
would
watch.
I think they
Definitely going
deserve.
that hard.
They deserve the national.
I
Christmas
think,
game.
though, like-
more than the Knicks. Yeah.
I think
Hell
that
yeah.
the problem is I think that's a game that's way more appealing to people that actually like basketball than to just throw out a name like the Knicks to like the Christmas fan.
Ratings and
Yeah, just the generic Christmas people
Yeah.
watching whatever.
and they know the basketball people are gonna watch anyway until
Yeah,
they
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Well, and you got to think, the Knicks and markets matter too, though.
yes.
They're competing against the NFL this year for Christmas.
Yeah.
It's 3 NFL games.
Yeah, did you know that? I just
I
saw
did
that.
not know
I
that.
just
Yeah,
saw that
it-
a day ago.
It's gonna be like I'm gonna be flipping channels, watching stuff on my phone, watching stuff on the TV. Like Christmas is gonna be full of sports.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably just watch the NBA. I mean, I prefer basketball to football.
Me too, but it depends on who's playing.
I know
Yeah.
Bucks are playing.
Who are they playing? Like if it's Bucks Chiefs, that's not fair. Like that's not. They're playing being unfair to NBA.
Oh, I gotta
Look
I
that
gotta
up, and we'll talk about opening night real quick while you're looking that up. I think these are another set of good games, man. Sixers at Celtics, and
Yeah, for sure.
Lakers at Warriors.
Yeah.
You just can't miss with those games opening night at 18.
Safe picks all around.
Yeah. Did
definitely.
you find it?
Yeah, I got you.
Go ahead.
So you got Packers Dolphins the first game.
Who cares?
You got Broncos Rams. Then you got Bucks and Cardinals.
Interesting, but they
They're
could.
all interesting, but they could have did better.
They could have stepped on the NBA's
Yeah, they
like the
could have did
neck.
better. They could have did better.
The problem is that, like that's pretty deep into the NFL season, so those games can look a lot different.
They can.
Yeah, Russell
Yeah,
Wilson
you're
can
right.
have. They can have the Broncos. He can have the Broncos and like
And
real.
I guess that's what they're thinking, right? Like you would think the Broncos and the Rams are both playoff teams, by now,
Yeah,
right?
I mean
yeah.
that's the they're hoping that, but the way the NFL is,
The
with
NFL is
injuries
so
and
topsy-turvy.
everything
you
else,
never know.
the 2 or more of those teams could really be struggling by the time
Is
it
it
gets
true?
to December.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's true too. So, and then I have LeBron here in this picture too. Of course, he got the 2-year max extension today. So the way he's doing it, he's lining up to where Anthony Davis is. Their contract is going to end at the same time.
Okay.
There's a couple of things. And then the second thing,
What he should do is set it up so that Anthony Davis's contract is terminated now. They can get his fucking weak ass home.
Oh my
GM
God, bro.
Braun probably could
Oh
do
my
that.
God.
Honestly, he's one of my least favorite players in the league.
He's becoming
I think
one of my least favorites.
he's a fucking embarrassment.
Yeah.
I don't like him at all. And I was mildly amused by the idea that he had relationships with Brittany Griner.
I saw something about that.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
They both have the same chance.
He's weird.
He's weird.
Did you see that video
They
of
both have
him
the same
naked
chance.
on the floor and getting hit with the towels?
Yeah.
This is not a
It
normal
makes
guy.
sense now. It makes sense now.
This is
Yeah, I'm
not
not
a
gonna lie.
normal guy.
Anthony Davis, I've been annoyed with Anthony Davis since off season last year, going into
I've
the
been annoyed with
2021
Anthony
season.
Davis since he left Kentucky.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah, I ain't have no problem with
He
him.
was a monster with the
Pelicans,
with
yeah.
the Pelicans. I mean, he got
He's
injured
not-
some,
He
but
got injured.
but we didn't
He's
know.
not pleasant to watch.
I don't
He
know,
always
man.
looks awkward as hell.
He looks
doing
awkward, but
stuff.
he was a terror
Yeah.
on defense.
I'm
with
not
the
saying he's
Pelicans.
a bad player. I'm saying he's a bad watch.
Now
I
he
don't-
is.
he's
I don't
always been.
agree with the Pelicans. I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
he was not fun to
Yeah,
watch.
he definitely doesn't seem comfortable, which
It's-
is crazy because you would think after he won the championship, he'll just take off.
Yeah.
And it seemed like once he won a championship, he got married and was
That's
like,
my
I'm good.
beef. That's my beef with him.
Yeah.
Is that. I hate players like that.
Some people don't want it like that. Man. That's what you got to smell that, man.
I really believe Dwayne Wade did that to LeBron. That's the reason why I hate. That's the only player in the history. Well, now Ben Simmons too. So I have 2 players, but that's the real reason why I hate Dwayne Wade. I hate players that just, whatever the case may be, they take a back seat. They don't work as hard. Like, you have LeBron on your team, but you still need to fucking. Where's your, like, you know what I'm saying? Where's your drive? Where's your?
You know what's funny because I almost don't like it. That now there's so many videos of guys like working out and doing drills that it's almost annoying.
Yeah.
But back at that period of time, Wade always never posted basketball stuff.
Yeah.
He would post these just strange videos of
He
him
wasn't.
doing
He
odd
wasn't.
stuff.
He wasn't.
But that was,
training
and that
really.
was the thing. And
Yeah.
I felt very strongly. I'm like, this dude's probably not even working out like this.
He's not.
And that's why he's not playing great. But now it's almost gone overboard. It's like everybody
Oh, yeah,
posts,
everybody posts.
freaking any workout that they do. It's,
Yeah.
I can't watch
Except Dame
another.
Lillard.
I can't watch
Dame won't
another
post it.
minute of fucking
And
Black
except-
Ops pickup.
And except for Anthony Davis, until everybody fucking got on him for saying that he hasn't touched the balls. At that time, it was a couple of months.
And
then
the
he
fact-
started posting videos.
And I was gonna say that alone was a fucking disgrace.
That was terrible.
Like, it was such a weak move. Granted, you are not a good dude for not working out or touching a basketball and then saying it. But then to the next day, now you've picked up, like, come on, dude.
I'm putting up
you are an absolute fucking pussy.
Yeah. And I didn't like his
You're a
excuse.
pussy that smells bad.
Ooh. And I didn't like his excuse. He was saying that's his normal off-season routine. And that's cool if you played all 82. But, bro, you played like 40 games.
It's all he's ever played.
I was about to say, like, that's his average.
So it's like, bro, like, nah. You've had plenty of
You
time
need to
rest.
change
Like, you need
something up.
Yeah.
Like,
do something else. And I knew it was an issue.
And maybe you wouldn't. Maybe if that was not your routine, you might not get injured every 5 games.
You know what I
Is
mean?
it true? Is it true?
But yeah, so it ends the same time. And also, just a different note that has nothing, is irrelevant, but LeBron has the most guaranteed money out of any player in NBA history.
Who did he pass, KG?
I don't know who he passed, but this contract did
KG was up
vote
there
him
for
to
a
number
while.
1.
KG was
So maybe he voted KG. And then another interesting thing is that, okay, so you got the 2 years, and then he has a player option that second year. Then, after the next season, that's when the bargain agreement comes back, and then maybe they can put this rule in where you don't have to go to college or, play another year outside of high school, which can affect Bronny.
Yeah.
So that's ideally that second year could be Bronny entering the league if they change that rule after next season. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of interesting
And
things.
another
The reason
thing-
why he did that.
Yeah, I was going to say the interesting thing with Bronny is, again, there's not much of a vibe that he's necessarily going to be like a lottery pick.
Mm-hmm.
So like the Lakers, probably have a lot of flexibility in having a chance to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Without doing too much.
Yeah.
To appease LeBron, but I definitely think that LeBron would move if it meant getting to play with Bronny.
You know what's the interesting thing? Everybody's saying that LeBron wants them to get rid of this pick so they can get Kyrie or they can get this person, they get that person. Maybe LeBron is the one holding it up because he knows that they could draft Bronny in 2023 or 2024.
Yeah.
2024,
Yeah.
I mean, that would be.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that makes sense.
Yeah, because, Bronny, I
just
think
thought
they
of
got
that.
him as, like,
I freestyled that.
the 39th or 40th player in the country.
Yeah.
And if you ever look at, like, the draft after, 2 years of these players, they damn near go in order. Like, they go to college just because they have to.
Yeah.
Like, it does nothing for their draft stock. You know what I'm saying? They might move up a place or two, but,
I'm a big believer college basketball is a waste of time. I hate the fact that there's a one and done rule.
I do too.
I think that you can develop better for the NBA game, like getting into the NBA faster.
Or even
And-
G League. Especially for the logo.
For sure.
Like,
I mean,
yeah.
in the way it is now, like, you can absolutely draft a guy, in the lottery, even out of the lottery, play him in the G League, get him some minutes, have him around your guys, and that's going to be better developmentally than toiling away at Kentucky or Duke or North Carolina.
And, I'm a college basketball fan, so that I hate it because I can't grow no attachments to anybody. I mean, they're only there for 3 or 4 years anyway, if they're there. But damn, they're there for a semester.
A couple months.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, well, like, Vince Carter was there 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these players, they were there a long time. And it's like,
Yeah.
Some guys are there too. I remember that guy in Kansas with the receding hairline.
Who was that?
I forget his name, but dude, he played against that Kentucky team in the final.
Oh yeah.
My man was at Kansas for about 8 years. He had a receding hairline and everything.
Yeah, it's some players there. Like, I feel like I've seen him for a long time.
Way
Like,
too long.
like, geesh.
Now if a player plays 3 or 4 years,
It's something wrong
he's
with him.
trash. Yeah, something's wrong.
That's what I was telling my lady.
Yeah.
We was talking. You know, I talked to her about sports just because I need somebody to talk to sometimes. She don't be giving a fuck. But I had said, I was like, you know, some players, if they stay in college 3 years, they're like, what's wrong with them?
Yeah.
Or they feel like they draft him late because it's like, he's good, but this is all he's going to be.
Right,
No.
you're closer to your peak, and age. Age is a thing. Like now, you're drafting a guy who's 19 versus drafting a guy who's 22, and if the difference between them, is not a whole lot, you go
I'm going to
19.
get to 19, yeah, because I know we can still grow that, you know?
So Lakers is your team.
Yes.
Is
Well,
there
how did you gravitate toward it? Were you like, was it LeBron going there?
No,
Was
no,
it
no, no,
Kobe?
no.
What was it?
I was impressionable when they was winning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like
But
9
why stay
or
through the
10
hard times?
when they were winning 3-peat.
Why stay through the hard times?
Hey,
Why
man, I'm a
jump
true
ship?
fan, bro.
Really? Okay.
I got on a Panthers jersey.
You do have a Panthers.
We've gone 1-15.
Yeah.
I'm here for that.
So
I'll tell you the
That's
fact.
like the antithesis of my view on fandom. I like only want to watch people that I think are good. Like I don't want to root for.
Oh,
somebody
no,
that's
get it
bad.
twisted. It's hard to follow like the team throughout the season when they
Yeah.
start losing a lot. It's like I don't want to just keep watching these motherfuckers. It was like
Exactly.
it's 4 other games on.
Yeah.
I'm going like you know what I'm saying. Like I'll just keep up with the score. Like I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh, the Panthers are 2-7. I'm making sure I'm watching all 3 hours. And it's like, it's not happening. Like
I checked out during the process. I checked out during the 7-6 process, but I was very, very happy with what they were doing.
Okay.
But I'm just not gonna watch
looking back at it,
those guys.
process was a success.
Huge success.
You think so?
Yeah.
I
Humongous
don't
success.
think you can say a huge success.
Huge
I was
success.
about to say
You
that.
can, and here's why. And you've been a big proponent of this.
Of what?
Because they didn't finish it. Because they got rid of the guy,
Sam Hinkie.
Sam Hinkie.
What the NBA made us get rid
And
of.
then from there, a bunch of bad moves have occurred. So you can't
Yeah, because
say
we ended
it's
up
a
hiring
huge-
a black GM.
But you can't say it's a huge success when it was incomplete.
It's a huge success because of where we were at before. We had a team. We had a good team. We had Andre Iguodala. We had Drew Holiday. We had Thaddeus Young. We had a good team. But guess what? Those guys was 6th, 7th, 8th seed year after year after year after year. There's nothing we could do. Nobody was ever going to come. The best free agent we've ever gotten, oddly enough, became the worst GM of all time, Elton Brand. That's the best free agent we've ever
think he's the
gotten
worst GM
in
of all
my
time?
era. Huh?
You think he's the worst GM?
Probably worse than worse.
Don't get Bubba started.
No.
Don't get Bubba
Yeah.
started.
No.
Please, stand down.
He
stand
put that
down.
team together with Jimmy Butler. Now don't get it twisted. He's wrong for paying Tobias Harris. He's the one who paid Tobias Harris.
Yes, he is.
Okay, so that was a bad move. But like he literally put y'all best team together in like the last 15 years.
So you say he put the team together with Jimmy Butler,
Yeah.
and then he chose Tobias over Jimmy Butler.
Now don't get it. Hey,
And he let Brett Brown coach that team.
And he gave a guy a max contract without shooting a He gave a point guard a max contract without shooting a basketball in 4 years.
look. I think I'm higher on Ben Simmons than other people, so I'm
That's fine, but
Yeah.
is he a max contract player? Is Draymond Green ever been a max contract player?
because the standard of max contracts.
No,
Like
it's
the
not.
NBA standard of max contracts is just, are you our best player? We're gonna max you out.
He's never been our best player.
But that's not the intelligent way to look at it.
And
That's the way some people function, and those are teams that usually
No,
collapse.
no.
and you
teams
gotta
function
think.
like
and you
that.
gotta think.
No,
That's
there-
a false.
and you
No,
gotta-
there are teams.
What
that,
max player has performed the level of Ben Simmons or worse? Even if
No. I'm saying the point that the mentality that he's our best player,
No.
therefore he's a max player.
no,
There are
nobody
teams
does
that
that.
do that.
You
Hell
couldn't
yes,
name me
there
one.
are.
You couldn't name me one.
Portland.
Damian Lillard is a max
He's a
contract
max
player.
He's a max player.
What's he want?
Oh my
He's a
gosh.
max player.
He's
max
been the
game
clutchest.
out. What's
He's
he
been the
want?
clutchest basketball
you
player
gotta
for the
max
last
Dame
10
out.
years.
You gotta
He
max
had to win
Dame
for the
out.
final.
His clutch numbers are better than Kobe's
For
and
what?
Jordan and
For what?
You max Dame
what you
out.
got around him.
You gotta max
It
Dame
don't
out.
matter.
And
Yes, it does matter.
Hold on, wait.
Maybe if you went with the process there, you'd be better
And
off
you
now.
And sometimes
Maybe.
you have to think about.
Maybe, but he doesn't
He
have
has
anybody
not
around him.
won you shit.
If you replace him with Steph Curry, they're the same goddamn Warriors teams.
Guess
This is
what?
a fact.
He ain't won shit. That's what the
But
difference
he
is.
doesn't have nobody around him. You can't do that,
You
King.
paid him a couple $100 million.
You can't
to be
do that.
second rounded out.
You
Yes,
can't
you can.
do that.
The job of NBA basketball is to win the fucking chip.
Well, then everybody should be KD and just join the fucking Warriors.
This is true.
Why not?
It's true.
Why not?
But you got to think though with these max contracts, right? You don't get them unless you check certain boxes. You can't just give somebody a max. Like Clay can't get a max contract.
No. All NBA. You have to be all NBA.
So,
you have to be,
you do have to realize. Like I feel like I understand.
he was all defense.
I understand
Yeah,
Ben
no,
Simmons
no.
can't shoot. I mean, doesn't shoot. I mean, that's obvious,
You
right?
know what's funny
But
about that?
nobody
He
talks
can
about
shoot.
which is great. But nobody talks about how Trae Young was like 3 for 17 in that same game 7. Nobody talks about that. I mean, and I get that the flashpoint is him not taking that shot, but nobody talks about the good
The
things.
flash
he
shot
do.
is not him
At some
not
point,
taking a layup.
and
That's the
and somehow,
point.
some way, he gets you 16 and 10. Somehow,
10
some way,
what?
10 assists.
No, he does not. That's the false narrative. That's the one thing I hate about Ben Simmons. That is a false narrative. He's never averaged 16 and 10 in a season, in a regular season. Never. He's averaging around 15, 16, and around 6, 7, 8. He's like a fucking LeBron without the points. You know what I'm saying? And a little less rebounds and assists. That's what he is. And that's not a max contract player. That's my only thing. I didn't want to get on Ben Simmons. We have 1,000 clips on him. But the point was just really quick. I was on the process team.
Yeah, my bad.
And I'm saying that was our team before. This a little mediocre at best, 7th, 8th seed. You're never going anywhere with that. And then those players are going to get old. And then what do you have? You had to reset and do a hard reset. But the problem
And that's
was
the same argument I just made in Portland. But carry on.
I'm not disagreeing with that. And then the problem was we prolonged it year after year because the draft is not there's no guarantees in the draft.
Yeah.
Not only that, we got unlucky and we went through the process where there was no LeBron James, Zion Williamson.
Yeah, I was getting Michael Carter Williams.
You know what I'm saying? There was none of those players. So that's just the luck of the draw. But it's a huge success because we got Embiid out of it. We did get players that we ended up moving for other assets, Ben Simmons and fucking Noel and Joey Okafor. You know what I'm saying?
But when you circle back around, right?
Yeah, I would do it all over.
However many years y'all are from that, y'all still not about to win shit.
That's my point.
A championship?
That's my
Yeah.
point.
Who has?
But my thing is,
Name the teams
But
who
my thing
have.
is, if you go through
Since
that,
we started
that
the
kind of-
process.
if you go through that kind of dreadful losing, bro, you got to give us
It's
something
to
other
win
than
big.
compete. Yeah, like it's
Other
not
than
to-
compete?
It's to win.
We
Bro.
weren't competing before.
But
We're competing now. That is a huge success.
You could do that. You
We're
could
not
do
the
that just-
Orlando Magic.
But
We're
you
not. They've been terrible for thousands of years. The Portland Trail Blazers, the fucking Sacramento Queens, as Shaq would like to call them. We're not those teams. We're a team that came out of that.
Yeah, but y'all
But that-
plan to do all this to win more than
the second round.
second round, bro.
That's my point.
Like
That's
you,
my
like
point.
you, like
And I'll give you the point that by getting rid of Hinkie and making the brand and the moves they've made since then, it basically polluted the process.
Yeah.
And I'll give you that point. But I just think that like at the end of the day, you haven't made it past the second round. We can't declare this a great success or a huge success. It was a great concept.
I think
it was a revolutionary concept.
in competition sports, man, somebody has to fucking lose.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Somebody has to lose. But the point, if you get into a certain point, I don't knock LeBron for losing finals. Players
Yeah, I
who
don't
haven't played
either.
fucking basketball
I do.
knock LeBron. No, you can't knock. He got
do.
to the fucking finals.
Yo,
Is
dude.
it better for him not to go? Like, I don't understand that.
Hey,
So we're getting to the playoffs year after year after year after year. We're a perennial playoff team. You know what I mean? We haven't touched the lottery since the process. Like there's something for fucking that. There's something for that.
and I feel you.
It
And
is,
we
but
have the
you're-
best player in basketball.
What?
Yes.
It was
We have the second best. I do say Giannis.
I
is second.
simply balk at calling it a huge success because
All right, it was a
hasn't
success.
gotten past that.
It was a good success.
All right, yeah. You guys are better. You're better than the Thaddeus Young teams.
Yes.
I can give you that. I like that's about where I gotta stop. Y'all better than the Thaddeus Young Iguodala team.
And what you mean we're not gonna do anything? We're right back in it as a top 4 team in basketball.
In basketball?
We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe the East.
We'll see in June.
Maybe not basketball.
We're the top 2 team in the East.
We'll see.
No,
We'll circle
y'all not
back
better
in
than the
June.
Bucks or Boston.
We're better than Boston.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Especially not with the moves
We
Boston
just
just
sung the
made.
praises of Boston's offseason moves.
Yeah, I don't think
Who
so.
did?
Not,
I was. I think they're very good.
They're good. Yeah,
and the
they
Sixers
are.
didn't
We're
really
better.
improve.
We didn't improve. We're much better.
Because PJ Tucker?
Huh? There's a PJ Tucker because of the Anthony Melton. Because we got rid of the stink. The fucking stink of Ben Simmons. He's gone.
Now, I feel you on that addition by subtraction, but Melton and PJ Tucker not going to move the needle for y'all.
No, they're not. The needle's going to be moved. The needle is in Philadelphia is going to be moved by 2 things: the engagement and fitness of James Harden,
Yeah.
and the leap of Tyrese Maxey.
The leap of those two.
Those are the 2.
But you need role players.
You need role players, but those guys.
Those guys
not
are
moving the needle.
yeah.
They role players do move the needle.
I'm
Not in
not
that
those.
setting.
Not
in that
those.
In what setting?
Like
In every
Gallinari
on every
and Malcolm
basketball
Brogdon
team.
moved the needle.
okay.
Milton and
Brogdon is
PJ
a role
Tucker.
player.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They move the needle. PJ Tucker and Milton don't move the needle.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Do you know what we had before them? Can you name one role player that we had?
Here,
I can't.
the
That's
But
the
PJ Tucker,
point. They were disgustingly trash.
All right, here, but
Furkan Korkmaz.
here's the point.
got more than 25
here's
minutes.
my point. Those 2 guys you just mentioned can play great. But if Maxey doesn't make a leap...
That's with every team, Pink. If Giannis
what it
goes
is.
out,
We're not talking about
playoff team.
No, we're not talking about...
With
going out.
Embiid, you said Embiid's health, right? What did you
No,
say?
I didn't.
What you say?
I said
Tyrese
James
Maxey?
I said the engagement and fitness of James Harden
Okay. Engagement and fitness.
and the progress of Maxey.
If Kyrie Irving is engagement and fitness is off, what is the Nets with this current
they were
team?
this past year.
If Anthony Davis engagement and fitness is off with the Lakers, what is that team?
The same
You
thing
can
they were
say
this
it
past
with
year.
every single team.
Right, but you're making an argument that Philadelphia is a lock for at least 2 in the East. And
Right
if-
now, today.
If you don't have those 2 things, you're not.
But you can say that with Boston. You can say
Sure,
it with the
you can
Bucks.
absolutely
But I'm
say
talking
that.
about
But you don't have that- but you don't have that issue with
today.
Boston.
James
You have-
Harden is
What?
fit. Today, James Harden is
Today,
fit and
right
engaged.
now.
I'm talking about right now,
That's fine.
today.
That's fine.
I'm not talking about.
Let's worry about October 18th. That's what we do.
Because James Harden
And we
can get out
play
of shape
Boston.
real quick.
That's fine.
October 18th.
That's fine.
And we seen James Harden get out of shape real quick.
Yeah.
Because
When he
remember-
wants to leave.
Because like the bubble to that next season was so short, and it's like, how did you get?
I
fat
don't think
so
he
fast?
is fat. He got the bubble suit. Because nobody can lose weight. I've been trying to fucking lose weight for 3-5
I don't think
months.
people can gain weight that fast. I was like, this man was like,
He's not. He has the fucking bubble suit.
It had to be something because it was crazy. It was freaking
I think we
crazy.
talked about that
We
too.
didn't talk about that. No, I mean, yeah, every team has questions, and that's the thing you do. But if you look at the 2 things I just discussed, that's going to define how good the Sixers are.
Yeah. That's
That's all I'm saying.
It's accurate, but what I'm saying is that's not like a thing. Like
It's a thing.
like Maxey has improved every fucking single year. Even if he never improves anything more in his lifetime, he's exactly perfect for this situation and for this team.
17 a night.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is if he doesn't make
As the
a leap,
fourth option, he doesn't need a leap,
we disagree.
huh?
We disagree. If he doesn't
So-
make a leap and Harden doesn't make it, doesn't stay focused, they're not any better than they were at the end of this year.
And do you think James Harden needs to up his scoring? Because he's definitely turned into
No.
a straight facilitator.
He needs to be a point guard. That's another thing. I got so fucking frustrated with people last year. All he needs to do is he needs to be a point guard. We haven't had a point. James Harden is our first point guard in 10 years. James Harden is our first point guard. We haven't had a point guard on the roster. Like nobody in the G League team, nobody on the bench. We haven't had a point guard in 10 fucking years. He needs to be a point guard. Can we enjoy a point guard on our team for once?
I don't know.
There's how many babies have been born in 10 years? There's the thousands and millions of people haven't seen a point guard in the 76ers. Like, come on. Let him be a point guard. So many people can score. Maxey can score. Embiid can score. Tobias.
I'm going to be honest.
And,
as long as the Sixers got Doc Rivers as a coach, y'all ain't going nowhere.
We didn't even mention that.
That's another thing.
That's a fact.
He's so much better than the last guy. I try not to even get on Doc because I'm just fucking satisfied the last guy's out. So I don't want to be the guy who complains about every guy who gets in.
I'll do it for you.
Because he's so much better than the
I'll
other
do it
guy.
for
You
you.
get what I'm saying?
I do, but
Like he was complaining, not you, but I'm talking about like he was complaining about the office going there, this office going there, that office going there.
yeah.
Like I can't do that every single year.
Yeah.
This guy is 1,000 times better than the last guy. I will take that and go to sleep.
Well, I got you, bro. Whenever you want a Doc Rivers rant.
No,
I'm
I
here for
know
you,
he has deficiencies.
Yeah.
He has deficiencies,
I'll
but
bet
I won't be
Doc
the
Rivers.
guy that's going to cry about it. All right, I just not me because we have enough.
enough tears have been shed.
Yeah. Let's. I wanted to get to this. Have you seen the Manti Te'o?
Yo, I seen a trailer real quick, but I remember when that was happening.
Right. We all remember
I
in
watched
real
this last
time.
night. This was pretty fascinating
So
stuff.
it's a Netflix out now, really detailing about, as you can see, that's the title, Untold, the girlfriend who didn't exist. Even if you're not a sports person, this story like broke major news cycles.
Yeah.
It was on CNN.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At the time, and I learned this on the show, it made me remember, Michael Phelps was going through his huge thing, and he was like everywhere. And then this Te'o thing happened, and he usurped fucking Michael Phelps
Phelps,
and
everything.
everything. Like he was the topic of conversation.
There's so many levels to this that are super fascinating. I thought one of the great ones was the Deadspin guys who broke the story.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Their take on this was that they wanted to show up the major media outlets for not doing due diligence background checks and just running this story without checking it. And they had no animus towards like Manti or any of that.
Wow.
They were kind of like taken aback when the story broke and it fell so heavily on him individually. They thought the backlash would be, why the hell's ESPN and ABC College Football talking about this every week and nobody figured out that this girl doesn't exist? Wow. And then but it focused on Te'o. He's like, was he part of this? Is he covering up a gay lifestyle? Like, what's his deal? And it was just crazy that like they kind of pushed the thing to a point, but like their agenda was totally different than what happened. And then Te'o, like, bro, like you can't call anybody a girlfriend if you ain't seen him and if you ain't fucked him. Like these are the rules.
I can't feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
And he gets so emotional on the show. He's trying to get the sympathy. You can't get it from me.
Here's the
I
thing.
feel a little tiny bit, but I can't get it.
I don't feel sympathy for what I see as his stupidity in this.
Yeah.
But what I thought was I thought the impact it had on his NFL career. I thought he was really candid, and it made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
He's like, your whole high school young athlete, college, you're the man. You don't doubt yourself. You play off instinct, even specific to his position. And then you get in this situation where you're duped. And it was what it was, but you could almost think the psychology of it could have been the same if he was duped in some other way. Yeah. But it strips that away. It strips away your self-confidence and your trust in yourself. And it made him a different football player. And I thought that was really fascinating. And I also thought, he ended up talking to a psychiatrist or a counselor, and he was trying to do all these different things to get it back. And for whatever mistakes he made, I came away kind of respecting him for those efforts after that point, and it kind of being like, yeah, I could see that. Mm-hmm. I could see where you're the man. Something cuts you so deep and so embarrassing that it can literally rock your whole existence and your psychology. Now, and I thought that was fascinating.
I will say this: I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
but you sure they're getting blasted by Alabama in the national championship ain't rock his confidence as a football player too?
But I think this played a part in it.
You think? Oh yeah, because this was before the national championship game.
It was right.
It was. I'm trying to remember the timeline.
He got word that basically that allegedly the girl was still alive. Like it came to him a couple days before the Heisman presentation.
Okay.
And then he and his thing was I didn't know what to say or how to explain this, so I just rolled with the story when they were asking me the questions on the platform, and he just kind of carried that. He's getting more information, from the fraud in one ear, from the Heisman through the national championship game, And, you know, he just doesn't know what to do with it. He's just trying to roll and focus on football. It's not working. And then the Deadspin story broke like a week after the title game. And then it just went to like he was training in Florida like for the draft, and his agent like literally calls him like, and he's on the field, and the agent's like, go to your apartment, lock the door, don't come out until I get there. And like by the time the agent got there, like the TV trucks are everywhere outside the apartment, and it just
because I remember that was just a
crazy for
huge
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Because he was like a huge star in college football.
He was a huge.
But he was one of those guys. He played great to his credit, but that story, the losing the grandma and the girlfriend, like that was part of every fucking broadcast.
It really was, because people were interested because it was such a sympathetic story.
Yeah.
But you know, you already said it. You know, you go 3 years, you're dating this girl, it's supposed to be your girlfriend.
Come on, man.
You haven't seen her.
I got no coochie.
You know what I'm saying? But the person who's doing it, right?
Yeah, we got to address that too.
Yeah, that's you know, the scum of the earth, man. And he, you know, whatever the terms are, is trying to gain sympathy as well. Like, oh, you know, you guys you don't know how much this affected me, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you did all of this, and it's like. Damn, I have 2 points I'm trying to make at the same time. But you did all of this. You're fucking terrible. You're fucking horrible. Now, the weight. This is just something irrelevant points I'm going to make. The weight from these people is so fucking odd. Did you see this?
The weight? What do you mean?
So, he's a high school quarterback. The guy who turned into a woman, transitioned.
Yeah, and he has like 4 relatives that are NFL players.
Yes. He was extremely in shape. He's a slender quarterback.
Oh, his physical.
Now he's 300
big,
pounds.
Fat, yeah.
Te'o's dad.
The opposite.
He's the opposite.
Really?
He was like during the broadcast. Now he's like he's not in shape, but you can tell he's like a regular.
He's a bigger guy.
Yeah.
Period. But like
he looks good.
Like he's keeping himself fit as he can. And
but
whatever.
they showed the older.
Yeah. When he was like literally probably 10 years younger, he was like 100 pounds heavier.
He was humongous.
He was gigantic. Like he was crazy.
I was like, oh no, and what's their nationality? It's not Samoan, is
They're
it?
Hawaiian.
Hawaiian. Maybe it's that Polynesian. That's what it said.
Okay.
I guess that's the way, you know, their culture. But that was I saw that and I was like, damn, that's crazy. The weights are just fucking.
You know who else got catfish?
Who?
Birdman.
Birdman, like the rapper?
No, the basketball player with all the tattoos.
Oh, Chris.
Yeah. I remember. I didn't watch the whole thing because my mom had it on. I was like in and out. Yeah, he got catfish. It was like 2 people running something. It was like some little girl from like Iowa.
It's okay to get catfish, like if you're in the moment and it's like you're talking for a couple of days or a couple of weeks or even a month or so, especially if you're a busy NBA person, maybe. But 3 years.
That's a long time.
A year is like too fucking long.
Look, right?
My thing is this: is like you could simply talk to people like indefinitely and never meet them. It's whatever. That's your thing. But when you publicly declare somebody your girlfriend,
become emotionally invested.
Never seen them.
Yeah.
Never kissed them. Never fucked them. Like that's just beyond.
And even then, it was so much technology to be able to see somebody.
Yeah.
Like, even if he was using Skype or what was it? What was it used to be? Vuvu?
Yeah. Did MySpace have a video?
I know MySpace didn't yet.
Okay.
And the reality is like, I mean, in a critical way, like by him putting this story out, which he did, he brought the fall on himself.
Yeah, because he didn't ever have to mention.
Nobody, you're under no obligation to declare a girlfriend as a high-profile college football player.
Yeah.
Whether she's alive or dead. You don't need to claim
You can CD Lammer.
Yeah.
Hey, don't do that.
So, like, why he chose to do that, particularly under the circumstances of literally having never seen her,
that's crazy.
Is beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, that's wild. I think about, like, with my lady, my fiance now, like, we met talking on Facebook and shit. And, like, one of the first things I asked her, Glide was out. I had Android, so I couldn't FaceTime. I was like, you got Glide? And she was like, yeah, cool. Let's glide real quick. I got to see you. Like, it's too many stories of shit like that. Ain't nobody about to catfish me.
Oddly enough.
It's too much shit out here to see somebody.
Interesting enough, I'm not that person.
I remember we had a discussion.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
like, what's the appropriate time to actually meet? And I was like, as soon as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nowadays I feel like because bro.
But I'm not that
These
person
motherfuckers
to
fake you out.
beg for a
thing,
video
my
chat.
thing wasn't even like for the potentially being catfish. It's like if you're gonna invest a couple days or a week or two and like texting with somebody or whatever, it's like you might as well meet them and just figure out, okay,
Yeah.
do I actually like in person? Do you?
Because that is a different vibe.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm
sit
saying.
like you be texting all day and then y'all sit down and be like,
Hey.
Yeah.
about those Saints.
Yeah, I don't think there should be a delay. I think you need to just figure that out as quick as you can.
Yeah, but that goes back to the fucking, then we're going for a date and this and that. And I don't know. I prefer to talk to someone for a little while before. But I'm not the big video chat guy. I'm okay with...
I don't think video chat does it. I'm just in person.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you feel differently about people when you're right next to them.
This is true.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't always mean it's better or worse, but you don't know anything. I mean, there's people that I've met, not even like women per se, just people I've met, and most of the interactions is social media, and then you meet them in person, it's like a little awkward. Like, okay, yeah, oh, you're that person, like it's just
Yeah.
weird.
Yes.
Like I don't know, I just feel like meeting people in person is like critical, man.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I just can't. The whole mentality, like, to me, they didn't explain that in the show.
No, they
They're
didn't.
like, dude, yeah, and that's like the central question when you look at his contribution to this.
Yeah.
Like the big question is, how are you calling this person a girlfriend if you've never seen them, never been intimate with them? Like, what do you know?
Especially like, bro, you know how much pussy was probably thrown at him on campus?
Yeah.
I don't think this happens if he would have chose USC.
He kind of said.
The choosing
said.
and that
Yeah, going to Notre Dame is cold ass
choosing
Indiana.
Notre Dame over USC. That was weird too.
But
That showed me more something about his character as
But
well.
know what was central to that though?
The
Fucking religion.
Religion, yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
That's why
religion.
atheism is best. Because he was susceptible. He did the weird, I'm going to pray about this, and God, if you see something
Yeah.
else for me, send me a message. So he's walking down the high school, and some guy in that, like, AD or whatever at the high school goes, hey, you could just be another Polynesian player at USC, or you could be an original at Notre Dame. And he's like,
That's
go
the
to Notre
sign.
Dame. That's the sign I was looking for.
Not knowing Chip Kelly played the guy.
But
He's like, hey, go walk. Hey, around this time you get out of
yeah,
class.
for real.
Yeah, go talk to him real quick.
But it's so crazy because like, and then I mean it goes deeper because he goes there and he admits like there was a lot of social isolation there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's extremely cold.
in white ass
And
Indiana.
one of his original things was the dude, chick, whatever, was also a Polynesian person, and it created this outlet and filled his time. I mean, he was exceptionally vulnerable there. Where at USC, you probably would have had like
a more Polynesian
like a
base.
clique of teammates.
Or just, even if it's just
Or
Polynesian,
teammates.
just a group of different ethnic people.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. How many brown skinned people are you finding in
Nah,
Notre
it's mostly
Dame,
white
Indiana?
folks at Notre Dame.
Well, I mean, yeah, Brown's good, but I mean, the team is 70-80% black.
That too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, but USC though, I mean, like they've always
It's
had
a variety. It's
like,
USC.
They've
It's
always
LA,
had those
yeah.
Polynesian Samoan.
Yeah.
Sorry,
And that's why he made that comment.
Yeah,
You-
Junior
that's why he made that
Seau.
comment. You're just going to be another one.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not going to lie, if I'm on the fence, that is a selling point. You know what
But
I'm
he
saying?
wasn't on the fence.
weird.
Really. It was weird. He wanted. He was at this fucking signing day, like, oh, I really don't want to go to Notre
Yeah, he was
Dame.
even saying
Really?
that. Oh, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
He was sad
I
as
gotta
shit.
watch this shit,
He was
man.
sad as shit.
It was
He
crazy.
did not want to go to Notre Dame, but God wants me to go.
Yeah.
I have to do what He wants me to do.
You're happy with God now, my man? Did God get you right?
I got you catfish.
Hold on, man. I want to end the show. I want to end the show just quickly
That's
talking
a
about
big game.
this big game here, man.
They playing local?
Yes.
Yes.
So Miami Northwestern is coming in town, and they're playing Jones High School. It's kicking off the high school football season. This is a huge game for people who don't
Jones better have some dogs.
know. Miami Northwestern is still ranked in the state, ranked in the nation as well.
But
They're number 12th in the nation.
Does Jones have some dudes?
I know their linebacker is like
Yeah.
a 4-star linebacker.
They
I don't know
better-
about like the rest of the team.
Yeah.
They better have something because Miami Northwestern's no joke. If they don't have some dudes, that'll be the 45-7.
Yeah, we should go to the game if you're not doing anything. It's Saturday night.
What Saturday night?
Huh?
Which Saturday night?
This game. This
Oh,
Saturday,
it's a Saturday
night.
night?
This
Yeah.
this
Saturday
this
night.
Saturday coming is this Saturday
That
night.
was a big game. It's on a Saturday.
Yeah, it is going to be at Camping World Stadium.
Okay.
You may know it as a Citrus Bowl if you're here from Orlando. But they're coming in town. It's a huge game, like I said.
Yeah.
I'm going to be rooting for the home team. I'm rooting for Orlando. I'm rooting for Jones.
I'm gonna root for whoever's good.
But Miami Northwestern is a monster, man. They're a monster.
Jones is 72 in the nation, rank wise.
Okay. And Northwestern is 12th, right? I think that's the last thing I saw.
Let me see real quick.
Yeah, let's
Pull
get
it
that.
up. Miami, Northwestern.
Yeah.
That's like
And like right outside
that's
the
the
top
equivalent
10.
like Penn State against Vanderbilt.
If that's accurate, I'm pretty sure I saw 12 or something like that, though.
Oh, yeah. It's the roster.
Damn, I almost fell over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not good radio for you to be fucking around on your phone.
No, it's not, man. It's not. But I'm trying to get this before we head out. For the day.
They dropped. They're 42.
Oh, they're 42?
42.
Okay.
So it's a little closer.
Maybe that was
Maybe there's
last
a
year when I
chance.
saw.
Maybe there's a chance.
Hey, that's why you play the game, right?
That's right. Jones out, Miami Northwestern. And you guys have been on the bench. We appreciate you. What's the name of your podcast and how can they listen to it?
Okay, so yeah, just started it. It's called Talking Game. You can find it on Spotify and YouTube right now. I got to figure out how to get it on all the other streaming platforms. I'm having an issue putting it on iTunes right now, but
You should get it up on XTube.
That's a joke.
I have on clothes. I normally have on clothes when I do it, but yeah. So Talking Game right now. I'm just starting in like 15-minute increments until I can expand, and have guests like you guys on there, and yeah, man, it's fun. It's fun to sit there and talk and get them thoughts out, man. You know,
Sure.
be having them sports thoughts. You be like, no one's talking about this part of it. It's like, let me talk about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's real cool, man. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate y'all having me up here.
No, it's good times. Enjoy
No
it.
problem.
Sure,
No problem.
man.
Well, you guys have been on the bench. We'll catch you guys next week.
Indeed.